I need to see you out of here, okay? Check with you offline in a few minutes, Head. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I like that. So he finally gets around to calling at the very end of the show and gives me nothing. Okay?
Okay.
He's something else, this guy. To act like that and to give me so little, you better go 5-1-1, and he did. So he gets away with it. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. They're close, they're convenient, they're known for their guaranteed everyday low prices, and their excellent customer service. From the professional parts people you know you can trust, stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com. Now we're done, but we're not done. We're done with this, but we're never done. That's the beauty of it. We're never done. After this, I am going to do the podcast with James Kelly and the Pro Football Doc. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. We're out. For all the ones who get it done, Grainger is here for you, and they're always there to help. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, along with 24/7 support, experienced staff, and curbside pickup at over 250 local branches, and you can get free access to product specialists ready to help you track down hard-to-find items. And Grainger's commitment to being your safety partner can help you keep your facilities safe and your people even safer. Call 1-800-GRAINGER. Click Grainger.com or just stop on by.
If you're 19 or older with certain underlying medical conditions such as asthma or diabetes, you can get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia, a potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt your life for weeks. If you're 65 or older, it is also recommended you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. No matter the season, talk to your doctor about vaccination today and learn more at lung.org/protect yourself. A message from the American Lung Association in collaboration with Pfizer.
Furnished by the American Lung Association.
It's Bostic Sugg Furniture's Lazy Boy Market Sample Sell-Off. We bought out an entire showroom of 100 one-of-a-kind pieces of Lazy Boy furniture. Now we're selling it all at drastically reduced prices. Floor samples slashed an additional 50 to 70% off. This is a one-time opportunity to shop extreme sell-off prices on brand new Lazy Boy styles, recliners, power recliners, sectionals, and leather furniture, designer chairs, cocktail ottomans, and much more. Hurry! You will never, ever find Lazy Boy furniture at such low prices again at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays, Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at FamiliaNC.com. Familia, that's Italian for family.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
Hey, I'm Holt Nailers. No one knows better than me how important it is as a quarterback to have protection on the field to be successful. My frontline team is critical to my success. For your frontline insurance protection, you need the team at Buck Insurance Agency. Buck Insurance Agency is your local team and have been helping customers like you for over 30 years with their insurance needs. When you need insurance protection, you'll get the whole team with Brian Buck and his staff. Call toll-free at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Get these clowns out of here.
Why would they do that?
You were having a freaking game.
Dude. It's a cocky bunch, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville. We are on in Washington as well. We are online as well, pr927fm.com, and you can watch the show on Facebook Live and YouTube. We got a lot of guests to get to on this Thursday, including East Carolina running back Rahjai Harris, his first interview since going down with an injury on Saturday. Rahjai will check in with him. He's keeping his spirits high. He's got surgery coming up soon. He'll tell us when and also what the road to recovery looks like and what's his role now on this football team that he's not going to be able to go out and suit up on Saturday. So we talked to Rahjai earlier this afternoon. We have it live on YouTube and Facebook if you want to go back and rewatch that at any time, and we'll play that interview on the show coming up in hour number 1 as he talked to Troy D and I about an hour or so ago here at Pirate Radio. Also coming up at 4 o'clock, Kevin Monroe will join us. We'll get his thoughts on the Pirates' win last week and the matchup coming up with Tulane. We'll get the Tulane perspective and say hello to our old friend Corey Gloor, play-by-play voice of the Green Wave. That's coming up in hour number 2. Touchdown, Tony Collins will join us coming up at 5 o'clock. So we are wall-to-wall Pirate football on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live as we get you ready for a big matchup coming up Saturday, East Carolina taking on Tulane. Shirley Rhodes is here, CJ Schaefer, the Chan Man, head of the table. And to my left, Troy D. What's up, everyone?
What's up? Good to see you, Clip, on this beautiful day in Greenville, North Carolina. Sunny skies, just a degree or two away from 80 degrees. Almost, dare I say, feels like summer.
Yeah, and you're happy about that?
Yes, finally.
It's
been gray and cold and like miserable the first part of the week.
I was enjoying the hoodie weather myself.
It's terrible.
And ready to get back to it.
I feel like human again.
Well, I'm glad you feel good, and that's really what matters.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for recognizing.
Chandler, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying the weather myself. For the second straight day, I'm spoiling you guys here at Pirate Radio.
We're what?
Spoiling. You can call me the spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Get some treats and stuff, trying to get some awesome stuff in the treasure chest for this year. So, working at that.
Yeah, I feel sick. I'm with you, Troy.
Yeah, don't spoil us anymore.
We overindulged before the show today.
You shouldn't have ate that second lemon. That's all I'm saying.
My fault. I was just trying to be nice.
Well, I don't eat like desserts. And you brought some desserts.
Yes, you do.
No,
I don't say that crap.
I don't go to buy desserts to eat, but when they're placed in front of me and they're here, try these. I will eat them. Yes.
Okay. You can't say I don't eat dessert.
So I did. I could have, like, they were so good, I couldn't control myself.
He doesn't eat dessert, Ellery. No, he doesn't.
The dude ate dessert
deserted down on Main Street yesterday. And he's the only one that had dessert.
I told you that earlier, though, Clip. I said it's been a bad week for me.
Troy, did you eat dessert today at lunch?
He said it's the only one.
I did have a banana pudding at Parker's.
He doesn't eat dessert, Ellie.
But he ate dessert yesterday, and he ate dessert
I've had a bad
twice
week.
today.
I went off the rails.
He doesn't eat dessert.
But he doesn't eat dessert.
You know what else he doesn't do? Tell the truth.
Why do you say things?
I don't like to eat dessert, I'm saying. I don't want to. I'm not trying to. It
I
just
don't know
happens.
why you put yourself in this situation.
I think don't do it, and then it happens, and then I have regret over it.
We are 4 minutes into this show, and Troy's been getting exposed for the past 4 minutes.
It's like, don't put it in front of me, and I'm fine. You know, if you didn't bring it in, I wouldn't have had it.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Just getting back to what you were saying, Clip. You feel terrible now, right?
It's not your fault. He doesn't eat dessert. So you are free and clear if you bring dessert in.
Yeah.
Because
he doesn't eat it. He does not eat it.
So you're good. Man. I tell you what, I eat dessert and I eat some, and
it was good.
I'm stuffed.
Yeah.
So. All right.
All right, glad we got that out.
That is a great start to the show right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Troy, how you feeling about Tulane?
Pretty good. Although,
Since no one's
I don't want. See, there's plenty left over. Don't put it in front of me.
He doesn't eat dessert.
I know.
Just leave him right there since you're not going to eat it.
Yeah.
I don't want any more of these things.
I'm going to pass out.
Yeah. And technically, this isn't a cupcake. This is a mini.
Nobody said cupcake.
Okay, you said cupcake. They're not cupcakes.
And I said it off
They're
the air.
mini cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, you don't know a lot about dessert either, but you know what they're called, and you eat them if they're in
These
front
are
of
not cupcakes. These are technically.
He's a
whatever.
dessert expert.
They're technically butt cakes, all right?
They're butt
Mind your own
cakes.
butt business.
He knows the terminology. He knows the taste.
Yeah.
You know a lot about desserts.
I did drop by there the other day. I was like, that's an interesting ad to Greenville. Wonder what that place is like. Little did I know, Chandler, you would bring the product to us.
Stop by there, and they were gracious enough to give me some samples.
We appreciate it.
Try the lemon. They're good.
God, they were good. Shirley, you should get the lemon.
You should have had one of those, Shirley.
I should have had
All
one.
right, I had a lemon. Hold on,
ate
time
them
out.
all.
I did have a lemon. Clip had a lemon. There were 3 lemons. Who had the 3rd lemon? Let someone own up to it.
Here we go.
Own up to it. I told Shirley there was no more lemons.
No, I know.
How do
There
you
were
think I would
3.
know
No,
that?
I'm not asking you to own up to it. Someone else ate the. You had one. I had one. Who was the 3rd?
What I'm telling you is there's no owning up to it. I had the 3rd one. I had 2 of them.
Oh, I did not know that. I'm sorry, Shirley. He had the.
Who
other
did you
one.
think ate it?
He's a dessert guy, though.
Did you think you ate it?
No,
in your
I was wondering.
dessert binge?
I thought you. See, I only had one of each color. I would never go 2 of the same because I was going to leave some for our teammates like Shirley. I would never be that greedy to have 2 of the same.
How? You don't even eat dessert.
Exactly.
He's not a dessert guy.
How unthoughtful of you, Clip. Jeez. What kind of animal are you? Shirley wanted a lemon. We left her a lemon.
I'm just a guy that eats dessert.
He's a dessert guy.
You can't relate.
What can he say?
I can't. No. I'm not eating any more of these desserts, by the way.
All right.
They'll be gone by the end of the
take a
show.
stand.
Yeah, I'm tired
after
of
3
these.
deep.
Yeah. I'm calling it at 3.
This race is
Because
over.
4 would be a glutton, and I'm not going to be a glutton.
Nah, that would be
That's
overkill.
disgusting. Get these out of here.
All right, so there's your dessert update.
Actually, I'm very nervous about Tulane. Very nervous. I am. I think if we're not careful, it could be a loss.
We're underdogs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm very worried about this game.
Pirates got them last year at home, but this Tulane team looks a lot better than they did a year ago.
Are you shocked by the jump in the spread where it started as a pick'em?
Not really.
To 3.5.
I was more shocked that it started as a pick'em. I think it's right where it needs to be right now.
Is it because of the uncertainty of the quarterback situation? And then I guess maybe Michael Pratt's ready to go, and then that's where it kind of sparked?
Perhaps.
I thought it was, I think that jump.
Keaton Mitchell at the time.
That jump has been pretty dramatic, though, from a pick'em to a 3.5, which it was yesterday. Let me see.
And that's a lot of movement for a game.
So that means a lot of people are on the green wave in this game, and it is sitting at 3.5 currently.
Yeah. So if you like Tulane, you gotta love Tulane if you got them at even.
Yeah. The line is not moving in ECU's favor at this moment.
Well, a big game coming up Friday night. It's the, what do they call it? The Crosstown Throwdown. We'll have Rose Conley live coverage Friday night here on Pirate Radio. Starting, Shirley, 7 o'clock. Is that right? 7 o'clock coverage.
Pirate Radio Game of the Week.
JV going at it tonight at at Hollywood Crossroads, 6:30 kickoff in your neck of the woods, Clip.
Rose still undefeated, right?
Rose undefeated currently, I want to say, I think 6-0 right now. And Conley, I don't have Conley's JV record. I don't know what they are. But then the varsity will play at Rose Friday night.
All right. Hopefully a nice night. I haven't looked ahead. Good weather.
It's going to be a nice night tonight. I have not. You know what? I looked ahead a couple days ago, and it was really nice for the weekend. Yep. Friday, high 80, low of 57. Saturday, high of 70, low of 52.
Nice.
Sunday, high of 71. Sunny skies, not a single cloud in the forecast coming up for the next 3-4 days, Clip.
Beautiful. Should be a beautiful
great weekend.
We'll be with you 11:30 a.m. for ECU and Tulane coverage on the Bud Light pregame tailgate coming up on Saturday. And, of course, with you after the game, U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show taking your calls. We had a very fun, positive, upbeat show last week. 2 weeks ago, everybody was mad. 3 weeks ago, everybody was upbeat. So we're riding the roller coaster right now.
Yeah, well, you know how those things go. What goes up comes back down.
Well said.
Yeah, it was up last week. Could it be a down this week? I will tell you what you'll be up about the pregame. Talked to my buddy Lawrence at CD's Grill earlier today.
Talk to us.
And I have confirmation.
I'm not a big CDs guy. I don't eat CDs.
Okay, well, you don't have to.
All right.
No one's forcing you to. But everyone else will enjoy the homemade breakfast sandwiches.
I don't like breakfast sandwiches. I don't eat.
I'm not a breakfast guy.
Here at the pregame show for Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm not a breakfast guy.
I'm sure you'll hate it.
But I might have 3 sandwiches.
Also confirmed Parker's Barbecue for
are you kidding me?
I'm not a Parker's guy.
I don't eat Parker's. I might have only half a chicken.
I'm definitely not having the slaw.
White meat or dark meat guy? Are you white meat or dark meat?
I'm white meat myself.
I like wings.
I'm a big breast
and
guy.
Thighs, so I'm trending towards
you're a dark meat guy.
Dark meat.
Yeah, I'm definitely white meat, but I specialize in breasts.
Everything
I don't
about
like the
you
wings.
says white meat.
Yeah,
Troy did.
I am definitely, no doubt. And I've gone grilled more than fried because you know me, I'm trying to eat.
You actually turned me on to that.
Yeah, I'm eating clean and healthy, as you can tell.
Not a dessert guy. The grilled with that like vinegar.
Oh yes,
that's really good.
Yes,
you turned me on to that one.
I had a piece of that today for lunch.
You don't say.
I did. The grilled's good though.
How do you not look like I do?
It's a lot of actually. I'm trying to work
gym.
out a lot.
Yeah,
yes.
Summer was nothing but gym time, right?
I was working out a lot this summer. I'm trying to pick my pace back up now. As I said, I've had a slight derailment.
Well, there's nothing wrong with some cheat days. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, they encourage it. Well, but you've exceeded your limit.
All right, this has been Food Talk to start this hour today. Jack is starting Carson Wentz in fantasy football, so I don't know what has gotten into his head. So he's not doing well either. He says, I'm starting Carson Wentz this week. Are you proud? No, I'm not proud. I am embarrassed. You should not be doing that. You should not start Carson Wentz. You should not start Justin Fields. You should not start Baker Mayfield. You should not start whoever the Steelers are starting. Is Kenny Pickett starting this week? What do you think, CJ? First start for Kenny Pickett.
A new era is beginning.
I think the Steelers are going to lose 42-10 instead of 42-7.
Who they got?
The Bills.
Oh, the Bills. That's right.
Awesome.
I believe the Bills, Troy D, we ride on in our survivor pool.
We should. We are. We're going to be breaking tables.
We're going Bills.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, I haven't looked at the latest. There weren't that many teams left, Clip.
No.
As far as like who's left in the survivor pool, the majority of the pool has been eliminated.
Man, if the Packers would have lost to the Pats in overtime last week, it would have been down to about 20-some teams.
I mean, it really is
out
shocking.
Out of 450.
This early in the season, how many people are gone? So, and I agree with you. And then Tony started playing that game. You can pass this message along to Tony. You know how I like to pass.
Oh, here we go. What's the message today?
So the message today was, do you want to save the Bills? And you said no. I said, and I agree with you, Clip. Hell no.
Nah.
You got to live for the weekend. You got to get by now. You start saving teams, that's where you screw up and you lose, and there's nothing to save. You got to live for the moment. You got to survive in advance. There is no saving nothing.
Yep.
It is about this week and this week only. It is a one-game season. That's all that matters is surviving to the next week. Worry about next week. You got to get there to worry about next week. That's the message I want sent to Tony.
Preach.
I love that passion.
Preach.
I love the passion. And I agree with you.
I feel that strongly about it.
Yeah.
Preach.
These people that are, shall we save this? No, we're not saving this.
You know who saved teams? The teams that are out right now.
Yes, they got a lot of teams saved up. And you know how much money they're going to win in this? Nothing.
I hope they have something in their savings. They're not going to win any money.
Because it won't be the $40,000 that we got.
No.
Boom!
Booyah! All right, we got to relax.
Yeah, sorry. And this is the big money, man. $40,000 at stake.
Don't talk about it on the air.
All right,
sorry. Like police are going to raid Pirate
No, I
Radio
think
or
it's...
something.
Oh,
my God. Oh, my God.
It's kind of like smoking dope nowadays. It's legal everywhere. Who cares?
Is it?
Well, not everywhere, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, thank God.
If you're in the right state.
Thank God I brought this.
I'm saying what used to be illegal is not like sports betting. Oh, don't talk about it. Now ESPN talks about it everywhere. It's legal. They advertise it.
All right.
I'm just saying it's not that big a deal anymore. I don't think you get in trouble for talking about it. You know.
No, of course not. They're not going to arrest you for talking about it, but if you win, like, I don't know, IRS comes and then they're looking at everything.
Good point. It's just we're just talking about it's for
so
fun.
Calm down.
Good point. Sorry.
And then they're going to get that, I guess, dope stash you got in your house too.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
The dope and the gambling. Double whammy.
Apparently everything's legal.
Hey, but he's not a gambling guy. He's not a gambling guy. And he's not a weed guy. I'm not a weed guy. I'm not a gambling guy. But it's all in your house.
All right. That was Troy Dreyfus, by the way, saying all that. Troy Dreyfus. Like
I do know a lot of people into the gummies nowadays. That's pretty popular.
Yeah.
It seems like.
And they can go where, Chandler, to get those?
Hemp Garden, baby.
Yeah.
Hit them up.
It's the Delta 8s are very popular
Yes.
here.
The
And legal.
Gummies. They have shampoo. They have all kinds of stuff.
CBD shampoo?
CBD shampoo.
Sorry about that.
CBD shampoo.
Is that your dealer?
That was my reminder to be on the show.
Hey, now,
A little late.
I know.
now, Troy, you're not a dessert guy. You're not a chocolate guy, but they even have chocolate bars, CBD chocolate bars.
Really?
Yes.
So like you eat the chocolate and then it relaxes you?
Yes.
Have you had one?
Yes, I have.
And did it work?
It does a good job. I do the gummies. I do peach rings and I do watermelon rings.
Do what?
The gummies.
No, what kind?
Peach rings.
Oh, peach rings.
Peach rings?
I was like, what did he say?
Peach
You're going to start getting a
rings?
translator for you.
Peach rings.
So you do peach rings?
Peach rings and watermelon rings.
I thought he said
And it will
I'll tell you what I thought he said.
it will get you relaxed. It's great stuff.
So you take it when you're not going anywhere, just like chilling at home.
Well, you can
right?
do it whenever you want to.
Well, I don't think it's.
I usually do it when I go to when I get back from go home from work. And I'm like, hey, it's Thursday night football tonight. Pop one in.
All right.
And relax. Enjoy some football.
Okay. A little behind the scenes of Chandler Honeycutt life.
Yeah.
Peel the curtain back here.
Chandler's been living like a rock star this year.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have, buddy. All right. So there's that. What a segment that was. Let's take a break.
Let's do it. Crank it up.
Hey, Shirley, we still do have some of these left. Would you like one? We saved you the WGR. Do you guys know what that is?
The WCR.
The white
chocolate raspberry.
Yum, yum, yum.
CJ, would you like one of these? There is a chocolate one left, which is fantastic. That was probably my second
There's
favorite.
also a red.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
I might do the chocolate.
Sorry.
I was
Chocolate.
really looking forward to the lemon, though.
Oh, man. Too bad.
Flip had two.
Red Velvet's still available.
I don't feel bad about that.
You don't have to.
You do not have
I
to.
feel bad for you.
No, because in this building, it's first come, first serve.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why whenever we get treats, like when Chandler spoils us and brings treats in, what we do is we hide them from Troy so we can actually have access to said treats before Troy gets them. Because otherwise we don't have them.
Not that anyone cares. We've hit on this topic enough, but just to tell you exactly what happened. Chandler walks in, goes directly by Shirley, and talks about what he's got. Troy shoots out of his office.
Hey, what do you got?
And boxes out Chandler and immediately, hey, let's take these to the kitchen. Let's go back to the kitchen. Don't take them out here. So Troy has then got him boxed in the kitchen.
Personally can vouch for that. That is exactly what happened.
We put food in the kitchen. That's true.
Away from everyone.
Yeah. But he put me in handcuffs and said, watch this, and 8-3.
Chandler is trying to open the box for 15 minutes.
I know. What is your problem? It took you, were you on a CBD?
Dude, no.
It took you 15 minutes to open one side.
Look at this box, guys.
It took it in 2 seconds. I had it open.
Non-dessert guy knows how to open a dessert box. It took him 2 seconds.
This is a beautiful box, guys. I didn't want to rip it apart.
Oh, my goodness.
And the way non-dessert guy was going, I was like, I better get 2 of these or I may not see one.
It's probably a good call.
So I got 2 lemons.
Yeah. And really, honestly, my intention was just to try one. And just to try it. I had no intention of going 3 deep. That's how, I got to be honest, they're really good.
They are.
And now here's the thing, Clip. A lot of people would eat 2 and then deny that they did. You accepted it. You came in here and said, they're gone.
Not a coward. Not a coward.
Yeah, I mean, what? They didn't have Shirley's name on it.
That's true.
They didn't have anybody's name
At the time I ate it, I didn't know she wanted a lemon.
Yeah.
I found that out too late.
Shirley, we're not mind readers over here. How do we know you were hungry? How do
Okay,
we know what
first of all,
flavors
the
you'd like?
box was to the left of me for about 0.2 seconds before you
how
came
it is around here.
I
You
didn't
said
know what
first
flavor
come, first
it
serve.
was.
You should have followed
If
us
I
to the
had
kitchen.
known what flavor it was, I would have said, "Hold up, I want a lemon."
All right, during the break, I want you to eat this chocolate, and that's an order.
Oh,
And give me a report on the other side. And you'll thank me
not
for
a
it.
dessert guy.
I want this chocolate eaten during the break.
All right, we are not a dessert show. We're not a drug show. As Kenny says, whatever happened to just rolling up a big fat hog leg? All right, that's where this show's going. We're back with you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
Winslow's is now Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a new menu and serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, they have poker every Tuesday night, Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan, and on Friday and Saturday nights they have live music open till 2 a.m. serving light appetizers all night long. New look, new name, same location on Fifth Street. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for more specials. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Hey, Ellerby, have you tried our new menu at Clean Eats? I was planning on going there today. Tell me what's new. First of all, you're going to love our new melts. A melts is a quesadilla folded over like a sandwich full of things like beef and queso and chicken parm. Scott, tell me you got more. Man, I do. We have pretzel bites with queso, our fabulous meat and taters wrap, and we even have Clean Eats mac and cheese, complete with beef or chicken on top. It all sounds awesome. I'm going to head over there now. Fantastic. I hope to see everybody at Clean Eats, 805 Red Banks Road, Arlington Village.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or do you just have the blahs? Well, maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness offers IV hydration, which can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, and even fix a hangover. Call today to set up an appointment at 350-1805. Locally owned and operated by Samantha Casper, Revive Health and Wellness has a new location and is ready to serve you. Stop by at 2459 Emerald Place in Greenville or go online at revivehealthwellness.org. The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter. I know this. I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Thursday. The crew is here, including Chandler Honeycutt. Hey, Chandler.
Uniform alert, uniform alert, uniform alert. Yellow pants, yellow tops, and I'm sorry, folks, white helmet.
Wait a minute.
Can y'all
coming on.
Can y'all start talking about uniforms? I mean, I don't give a damn anymore about uniforms.
The white helmets are back for this weekend in New Orleans at Tulane.
And Chandler, if you're going to give a uniform alert, we need to get it correct. You said yellow pants, yellow tops, white helmet. That would be breaking news if we had yellow tops coming up for Saturday.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Gold bottoms, white tops, white helmets.
All right.
Terrible. All right. And with that news, I'm predicting us to lose.
All right.
I was on the edge right there. I think we will lose the game now.
Man, risky.
I was 50-50 on whether we'll win or lose this clip. With that information, unfortunately, I feel Pirates will not be victorious.
Pirates will also be wearing white helmets against Memphis the following week.
It's a little bit different.
When they bust out the modern throwbacks.
Yeah, but they're still white. I'll deal with next week. Next week, as we said, let's just deal 1 week at a time. I feel the Pirates stumble in New Orleans.
I need to check and see if the Bills are wearing white helmets this week.
Did you like my Mully impersonation?
Do it again.
More uniform talk? I don't give a damn. How about we focus less on uniforms and more on how we play?
No, I don't. Yeah, I like your impression, but I hate that take.
Speaking of uniforms, we're going to have to talk to Tony Collins today about this.
Oh, that's right.
The Patriots are going to bring out the retro.
They'll be wearing white helmets.
They're wearing white helmets. They're wearing the Tony Collins uniforms.
Those are cool with the guy on the 3-point stance.
Snapping the ball.
Yeah, I like that, actually. Speaking of Mully, I saw him walking around Lindale like Marvin Jarman today.
Did you ask him for a ride?
I did.
Or did you ask if he needed a ride?
I did. I asked him if he needed a ride, and he said he was on the way. No, I'm good. Just walk.
No.
Yeah, no.
So, when next time Mully's here, ask him what he's doing walking in Lindale.
All right.
Speaking of Marvin Jarman, you got rejected by him.
Tony this and Mully this.
Yeah.
All right.
You got rejected by Marvin Jarman on game day?
Actually, this is true. So I was driving earlier today. There's Lindale's a well-known neighborhood in Greenville, center of town, for those of you that don't live in Greenville. Queen Anne's is the main thoroughfare through Lindale. Marvin, I'll see him walking there often. Local legend Marvin Jarman. I always stop and give him a ride, even if it causes me to be late wherever I'm going. I'm like, gotta look after Marvin.
That's
He
awesome.
doesn't drive, and he walks everywhere, gets rides. First time in history. I've been doing this for 20, 30 years, giving Marvin rides. I pulled over. He walked up. I said, "Hey man, get in." Will, can you? I was like, "Where are you going?" Not sure. I said, "Well, what? Why can't you get in?" RV's coming.
I
said, "Oh." I said, "Well, do you want to call RV? Tell him I'll take you." Nope. I was like, he was dead set. Hey, bigger name on the other ride.
I just remember
RV, Ronald Vincent coming to get him, so he would not get in the car with me.
Or maybe he meant an actual RV's coming to pick him up. Maybe that's why he didn't want you to pick him up, because he's like, there's an RV coming. Not Ronald Vincent, an actual RV.
I was trying to think of this in a previous appearance by you, Troy. The phrase I was looking for when you said you would give me a ticket to an ECU game. And I said offers on the table. We'll see. Yeah. I was looking for the phrase that you said, bigger, better deal, BBD.
Yeah.
Bigger, better deal.
Right.
Marvin had a bigger, better deal.
Yeah. Well, he had RV coming.
Much bigger deal than Troy did.
Absolutely.
Legend.
Yeah. And he wasn't sure where he was going, and RV knew we were going to take him.
That's a problem, too.
Right.
You don't know where he's supposed to be going.
Correct.
RV does.
A lot of times he'll have a destination, like Bagel Man, Elm Street Park, Rahjai. There's usual suspects in the locations. But tell you what, guess he'll probably take him home tonight. Your buddy Troy.
You got that job, that task?
A lot of times I am the Uber for Marvin on the way home.
All right. Well, now we can get to our Flight by Yingling practice report. Brought to you by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling, available wherever beer is sold. Let's hear a little bit of Mike Houston from Wednesday as he met with the media one final time before kickoff on Saturday.
Tuesday, Wednesday practice in the books. So one step closer to getting ready for our matchup down in New Orleans. Obviously, we talked on Tuesday just about what we're up against. Very solid football team. So we've had a solid week of practice. I've got to put our finishing touches on it the next couple of days before we head down there Friday afternoon. So, questions?
With Pratt coming back for them, that's another mobile quarterback, but a different type of mobile, I guess, again.
I mean, he's much like ours in that, extremely experienced. I mean, he's been a starter for 3 years now and, ton of experience. He's seen every look imaginable, great operator. So just further add to the challenge that we have.
The older guys, they've gone against Tulane a number of times. You get the sense they have a feel for how important this game is and how the type of style they play with.
They know exactly what they're up against. I mean, I think they respect Coach Fritz and the job that his staff has done there just as much as I do.
How has Camaro Edmonds been this week in practice, maybe getting more reps?
Excited. I mean, he's anxious. Looking forward to getting some time, and Coach Foster's done a good job pushing him this week, and I think he's stepped up his performance. So,
kind of in the same vibe, Marlon Gunn, his kind of first week as the top dog.
Well, he's not the top dog, but he's one of the dogs. Okay, but I'm telling you, I've been thoroughly impressed with him. Not just this week, but I mean, this has been something that's been building. He does a great job at practice. His work ethic and the way he competes. He does not practice like a freshman. So really excited for him.
At practice the past couple of days, Rahjai's been out there cheering everybody on.
Yeah.
How important has that been to the team?
It's been good. And he stopped by and saw me today before meetings and stuff, and he's the same self, and I know he's not looking forward to what he's got to go through, but he's kept a very positive vibe, and I really appreciate the way kind of Pirate Nation's rallied around him, and I think that shows, number one, just how great our fan base is, but I think number two, it shows just how attached everybody is to him and his personality. So, like I said, he's going to continue to contribute to our program. It'll just be in a different capacity moving forward.
What can you draw on from, I guess, the previous week on a road game, moving into another road game? Like, how do you kind of bring that same energy in?
Well, I mean, I think that it'll be a different setting in that, it's going to be probably a pretty full stadium. I would expect that we're going to have a pretty large contingency down there from our fan base. But still, I mean, it's a travel game. So I think last week's good, even for the experienced kids. It's their first road game of the year, so it's been a while since we were on the road, so it kind of got everybody back in the groove. Kickoff is a similar time, so that the morning routine on Saturday will be similar to what it was last week. So I think it's good to have that under our belt.
Talking about Marlon, he's going back to his home state. Do you think he's pretty excited about that?
He's excited. So I think he's used up everybody's allotments. So he'll have a bunch of family there, and that's great. I mean, he's got a great family, and his grandparents and mom and dad and everybody. So it'll be good for him. So,
Coach, Holton talked about his decision making improved drastically, and obviously the results were there. Did you see that out of him this week in the game and then in practice?
Well, I think last week in the game, I thought his decision making was very good, and we put a lot on him. I mean, he's very similar to Pratt in that he's seen about everything, and so he'll be prepared. And I'm sure Tulane's going to throw some stuff at us we haven't seen. They do a great job of game planning, but he's seen a lot of stuff, so I think he'll be able to handle it.
There is Mike Houston getting ready for a tough opponent and getting his team ready to go for Saturday, East Carolina and Tulane, 3:30 kickoff, ESPNU. This will be the first true home game for East Carolina. We're already about halfway through the season here, playing their first true road game of the year.
Yeah, I will say the purple chrome helmets looked sweet last week. I really did like them a lot.
You're big on the helmets.
I am.
Well, you won't see him for another couple of weeks.
I know, and I just feel that.
Any thoughts on the game?
Might be a mistake. I am a uniform specialist.
All right,
because we're having a freaking game.
Fair enough.
We did talk to Rahjai Harris earlier today, and man, tough. I hate it for that young man because he was really having a great season and really optimistic about the future. And I still think there is going to be a great future for him, but unfortunately, this season's kind of derailed now for him.
Yep. And he is out for the season. We'll have that for you on the other side of this timeout. So we'll have that interview. It was great to catch up with him, and no shocker here, he's about as upbeat as you can in these circumstances.
Yeah,
that's just the kind of person he is. So he has been here on Mondays, kind of cheering us up after losses. Mm-hmm. So now we kind of got to pay the favor back and keep his head up, but I think it is up at this moment.
And through this recovery, I know he's going to be preaching exactly what he preaches every single day, and that's 1% every single day, trying to get back to full recovery.
Well, and I talked to him off the air too, and a couple things like you just don't think about with stuff like this. Like he can't drive right now, so everywhere he goes, he's dependent on other people for rides. So I mean, think about that. If you couldn't drive yourself around,
it's a life changer.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. So your mobility is changed now, and where you are, where you're going, that now requires other people's assistance to get you there.
I mean, think about Marvin Jarman and Mike Mullis. They're walking around looking for rides.
Troy's going to roll up with Marvin Mully.
For those of you that are just tuning in, they won't get that. That's a continuing joke.
Marvin Mully and Rahjai in Troy D's car, just taking them around.
Like that cab show.
Luckily, the truck's big enough I can get them all in the third row. I got a third row I could use now.
Yeah. Big game tonight, as you said, Troy. I know you'll be rooting on the Rampants hard tonight.
Yeah, I know. That's you're winding me up, Clip, aren't you? Because what we were talking about.
No, I'm saying an obvious statement.
No,
you're rooting for your kid's team.
Well, I am rooting for my kid's team, but I do. This is kind of one of those personal house divided games for me because I have a lot of friends. I didn't grow up here, so I don't have the animosity between Rose and Conley. Like if you went to school there yourself or you're from here, even though I'm from here now, I didn't grow up here. I grew up in Raleigh. But I have a lot of friends that, went to Conley. We have a business relationship with Conley. We carry all their football games here. I'm friends with a lot of their administrators. So I like Conley a lot. So, and obviously my kid goes to Rose. I have a lot of relationships with the Rose folks. So, it's one of those games where, I don't have, I'm not going in with any animosity towards anybody. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but let's break down the phrase "house divided" real quick.
Yeah, so
you live in a house, correct?
I do live in a house. Yes.
Does anyone playing in this game live in the house?
Yes, my son plays for Rose, so I'll be pulling for him and his team. But I have a lot of respect for my friends at DH Conley.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but you're pulling for Rose.
Well, I mean, you're going to pull for family, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
hands down.
But I'm not going to be obnoxious about it, is what I'm saying. I'm not going to go in there and go all nuts and
Have you ever done anything not obnoxious?
No, I really at these games I kind of just sit and I'm too nervous. Like I like to be by myself.
I am proud of you that you're not
pace.
You're not the annoying parent.
No, I'm not
because they can ruin these kids' games.
I have seen many parents that do that, and that's not. I just like to watch and I cheer for. Look, you cheer for your kid or you cheer for your team. I don't cheer against the other team.
Yeah,
and stuff like this, especially youth sports.
Troy D, all class, folks.
I mean, I just feel
class guy.
That's how it should be. It's how it should be. Whether it's little league baseball or rec ball, whatever. Cheer for your kid, but I don't get the cheering against the other team for these, especially when they're youth sports.
Sorry, Ellerby is. Ellerby's not.
Doesn't he have work to do?
Ellerby.
What the hell's Ellerby doing today?
He said, "I'm not a big Rose guy. I'm not a big Conley guy."
And in mention of the driving thing, couldn't drive to get desserts.
Troy D's not even a guy at all, really. He's just not a guy. He's not a guy.
I'm not a guy. I'm not a guy.
I'm not going in there, as super rampant is what I'm saying. I'm going to have a lot of respect for my friends with D.H. Conley. It's a road game at Conley.
Like, we don't expect you to go in there like bodysuit and
I just found
green and white hair.
I found it funny that you were kind of like, you were undecided on who to root for.
No, I'm not undecided. Look, I'm going to pull for my kid.
Of course.
Team.
And I understand you have a relationship with Conley, but if the Conley folks find out you're not even rooting for your own kid. You think they want to do business with you? Like, this guy don't even like his own son.
He hates his family.
What's he going to say about us?
He's not a family guy.
I think they'll understand if you root for your kids.
Yeah, they will.
It'll be okay.
I know.
All right.
I just, my point was, I'm going to conduct myself with class as I always do, Clip.
And Troy, as a Conley grad, I hope your team gets their ass kicked tonight.
As you know what? As you should pull for your school.
Because I'm going in there. I got a Viking helmet with the horns coming out.
You're going to be painted blue and yellow.
Go! He's going to go in there with a big horn.
Now, my friend Caroline Cook, who is married to the offensive coordinator of Rowe's football team now.
I went to school with Caroline Cook.
Yeah, so
she did who now?
She's married to Coach Harris
from
Rowe's.
Oh wow!
So now it's
that's a house divided game.
So she went
literally
to Conley.
Yeah,
she's married to one of the Rowe's coaches.
Yeah.
So I messaged her earlier today. I said, "Who are you pulling for tonight?"
Oh shit! Yeah, she's got to root for her husband.
Well, she's been to all the Rose games in blue and green, which I was, wow, okay. Yeah. So I guess she's pulling for family.
If you marry into it,
yeah,
that's fine, and yeah. Tis what it is.
But here's my thing. Like, the only way, like, I thought about this. Like, a lot of people, their kids go to college. Like, I went to East Carolina. My parents didn't become instant pirate. My dad will pay attention to ECU.
Well, I don't know.
He's a Carolina guy.
About that, Johnny Capek.
He doesn't really care about ECU because I went there. But I see a lot of parents, like, their kids go there and they turn into super fan for that school. And, like, let's just say my kid, God forbid, like, goes to NC State. That doesn't mean I have to become an NC State fan because my kid goes there. Now, if my kid played football for NC State, I might feel differently.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once again, I'll pull for my kid wherever he goes. But just because your kid goes to college, why do you have to pull for that school?
You don't. That's not what we're talking about here. Your kid plays for J.H. Rose.
Right. And I'm pulling. Right. And I'm firmly on that. Look, that sideline.
All right.
Yes.
You heard it here first. Troy hates Conley. We'll take a break. We'll come back.
Here we go. Yep. Conley hater right here. All right, we'll be right back after this.
See how this works?
That's how they get you. You just keep him talking, he'll say something.
I knew it. You knew it was going to happen.
Guy that hates Conley sitting right here.
That's untrue.
Mike P says Pirate Radio should pull some money together to get Rahjai Harris an autonomous car. Sounds pretty expensive, but I'll throw in $1 and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, what would that mean? Like it drives by itself?
I guess a self-driving vehicle. Yeah. He types in where to go.
Huh.
That would be cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. We'll have to test ride that before we give it a ride.
Are those anywhere?
All right, we'll take a break, come back. We'll hear from Rahjai Harris when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday after this.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold.
DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Do you have an old injury or just some pain that keeps holding you back? It's time for you to get better. With Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we can help you get your life back. Whether you need to get back to a sport, back in the gym, or just back to enjoying life, our team of specialists use a one-on-one, hands-on approach in our state-of-the-art facility to get you back moving again. Don't settle for where you are. Don't stay in pain. Visit kptonline.com today to see how Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness can help you live well, move more, and hurt less.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Atavola Market Cafe. Atavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Atavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Atavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Atavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Atavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and AtavolaMarket.com. Atavola, pirates supporting pirates.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
This is Ryan Jones, and you listen to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by University PC Care, your local tech support experts for all your personal and business needs. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you on Pirate Radio Live. East Carolina will be without Rahjai Harris Saturday and the remainder of the 2022 season. We were able to catch up, Troy D and I, with Rahjai earlier today. We have that interview solo on its own on our YouTube and Facebook, and we'll run it for our radio audience right now. This is myself, Troy D, and Rahjai Harris earlier this afternoon. Well, let's head out to the Pit Electric Live line, talk to East Carolina running back Rahjai Harris. He joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Rahjai, you hanging in there, man?
Yes, sir, man. I'm good. Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, we're doing good. You're always positive, no matter the circumstance. But we'll talk about what happened on Saturday and what is to come. And I guess we'll kind of start with the negative here, Rahjai. You know, what happened on that play looked like one of those dreaded kind of non-contact deals. What transpired from your perspective there?
I came through the hole. I honestly thought like nobody was right there at first, but I came through the hole. I seen the safety, and I could have easily just ran him over or just stepped on them. But I tried to do a move that I've been doing since I was a kid, and my knee just gave out, and I was right there on the ground. And that moment, I knew something was wrong. I never felt that pain before. I couldn't even feel my knees, like my kneecap. So immediately I just started praying, and the doctor told me that he was going to take me out for the rest of the game. So then I started figuring out, like, dang, something must be wrong. And he was bending my leg, bending my knee, and I seen them look at each other, and I was like, dang, this cannot be good. So get on the flight. We were on the way back. That whole night, I'm looking at my knees, and they was looking pretty decent. Not swollen yet. I woke up the next morning though, and it was just like swole. So I went to get an MRI, and the doctor had told me, he was like, I want to just let you know that we're thinking it's your ACL. And then right there, and it hit me, just to put in all this work, man, and then, you get told your ACL is torn. That's just a bad feeling. It don't feel good at all, but, everybody's been posting stuff about me and keeping me in great spirit, and I really appreciate it, man. Just seeing how much everybody cares, and just seeing that I chose the right school, man, it's the greatest feeling ever. And I love that from the fans, from the players, the coaches, and just, great feeling.
Talking to ECU running back Rahjai Harris, and Raj, Troy. Let me just first of all say, man, I'm really sorry about what happened. You're one of our favorite people, and as we've all mentioned, always so positive and upbeat. Hate that this has happened, but let's talk about the future now. What is the road to recovery like for you? What is the rehab like this year? And is it possible to get a medical red shirt for something like this, or is that not possible?
Well, the rehab's been rehab. I can't do much yet. I haven't had the surgery, so I can't do too much yet. But is it possible for a medical red shirt? I haven't even asked, to be honest. I haven't asked Coach Houston or our training staff. They really just haven't hit me yet, just to be out. None of this really hit me yet, to be honest. But, I think that'd be a plan to get the medical red shirt. But I'm not sure. That's something I just have to ask them today or, before the surgery sometime.
So how much can you obviously still on the team, and we expect you back, hopefully full recovery next season. What are you able to do? How much are you able to participate for this week and really kind of going forward? What is your day-to-day like now?
Well, I told Coach Houston and Coach Foster I want to be a part of the team still. Like, I want to travel if I can. I want to be at every game if I can, meetings, practice. Like, nothing's really changed other than I'm not out there in a uniform or a helmet. But, like they told me that it's time for me to start being like a coach, like a bigger leader to the offense. So, anything I can do just to be out there for them boys, just to support them and, be a leader, I'm going to do. Even if that's just standing on the sideline and, telling the running backs what's going on, or, lifting somebody up during an injury. Like, anything I can do just to be there, man, I'll do it. Anything.
Yeah, Jeremy Lewis said as much on Monday when we talked to him. He said that you'll be maybe even a bigger part of the team now, taking over a coach's role. And Rahjai, you got some young running backs that you've already mentored and now can mentor even more when it comes to guys like Marlon Gunn, Camaro Edmonds, and Squire as well. So I know you've already taken those guys under your wing, and now you can kind of maybe do that even more from afar now.
You got that right, man. Like, I be in meetings or practice, and if I see them doing something that's wrong, I would do it in the past, but now it's kind of like I can coach them up better from the sideline and, help them with their keys from the sideline better because I can see it. I can see it better than they can, because in the game it's hectic. You got people running trying to tackle you, and sometimes you miss your reads, or sometimes you mess up your assignment. But now I can see everything, and to help the young guys, man, it's going to be a great experience for me just to, put my foot to like the coach's shoes and see how they operate. And, like I said, I'm just ready for whatever, man. I'm still chasing that 1%, wherever I can do it.
It's awesome to hear, once again, Keaton, Rahjai Harris joined us, who is teammates with Keaton Mitchell, who was out last week due to injury, too. Big loss to have him out and, of course, you out for the rest of the season, although we talked to Coach Houston this week, and it seems like Keaton's going to return this week. I know, as I said, I know you guys are close. Rahjai, how's he feeling? How's he doing now? Because now there's a hole to fill with you not being back there.
Man, Keaton's Keaton. He's back this week. You see him flying around every day at practice. We talk every day. He called me just to check on me. It's more than just football to him. And he called me, he come sit with me and just talk, and it's just great to have somebody like that around. Like I said, he's just Keaton. You get on that field and you get on the crease, he's gone. But a lot of people don't see the other stuff. By checking on me and make sure I'm good. He even take me home if he have to. It's just that brotherhood that Coach Houston and I made here at ECU. It's just great. It's great.
Football, like life, Rahjai, a lot of adversity, and you're going through it right now. And you talked about people rallying around you, and you had that last week with C.J. Johnson losing a loved one. And Rahjai, you mentioned that word, brotherhood. You guys were able to rally around him. He was able to have a magnificent performance. But, there's always stuff going on away from the field, and you guys have to deal with it and move on, just like the rest of us do in everyday life. So you kind of grow up quick, I guess, when you're on one of these teams and you get a whole new family. But you're dealing with your own thing now. CJ had and we'll continue dealing with the loss in his family, and everybody's got something going on, right, Rahjai?
Definitely, everybody got things going on. But like my dad always told me, you can never stop. Adversity makes you. It's going to make me to a different animal. And I truly believe that God has a plan. The strongest battles that I'm going to take is going to make me and going to form me to the man that I want to be. So, I don't look at this as a mistake or anything. I look at it as a lesson, just to build from it, just be a better Rahjai Harris, just to show people in this world that, no matter what you go through, you got to keep fighting, keep swinging. And, eventually you'll come back on top.
And, Raj, just to clarify, I guess the first step, as you mentioned earlier, is surgery to kind of repair what's wrong. And then after that, it'll be a lot of rehab. So is there any time frame set on when that surgery might be?
Yes, I will have surgery next Thursday.
All right, well, we'll be praying for you, and
I appreciate y'all, man.
Listen, we think the world of you, and you're part of our team here at Pirate Radio, one of our Pirate Radio athletes, and we still would love to have you with us every week if you're available, and you'll offer unique perspective too. As you said, you're not going anywhere. You're still on the team, and we still want to have you on our team. So we love you, man, and we are pulling for you. We know you'll have a great recovery. You've got a great spirit, a great attitude for you, and everybody in our building has nothing but positive thoughts for you.
I appreciate y'all, man, for real.
And now, Rahjai, that since you're not playing the rest of this year, you can call in and be like the rest of the callers and say, what is Donnie doing and why did Holton throw that? You can be one of those guys now.
Yeah, man.
Look at Clip trying to turn you into a little more critical.
Yeah. I want to hear from Coach Harris coming up. What do you see?
We'll get you on the Brian Bailey Show on Monday.
Yeah, right. Rahjai, you're the man. Thanks, man.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Hang in there.
Keep your head up.
Appreciate my guys.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Take care, my man.
Sure.
There he is, Rahjai Harris from earlier today, joining Troy D and I. Spirits about as high as they can be at this time for him, but if anybody can handle it at that age, it's that young man. So.
Just a great dude.
Yeah.
I mean, really just a super nice guy. Or involved, getting to know him the past couple years. Just off the field, just a good person.
Yeah.
Really a really likable young man, separate from football. I can't say enough good things about Rahjai.
And from a football standpoint, I'm excited to see now a little more Marlon Gunn.
Yes.
Yep.
Maybe crank the Camaro up. Camaro Edmonds might get some action, and namely getting Keaton Mitchell back on the field is the highest priority right now.
Absolutely.
For East Carolina.
Yeah, so, that's going to be that's going to be a huge problem.
I tell you what, if this happened last year, we'd be in a lot more trouble than we are currently.
Yeah.
Because who's behind Mitchell? Pop McKay.
Yeah, we have Pop McKay, who I believe is banged up at the moment. But last year, that was about it, I believe.
Yeah.
So they did a great job to add to this running back room.
They have.
All right, Troy D about to head out. Got a big JV contest, Rose versus Conley. We were
house divided, baby.
And it is. I tell you what, if you're looking for some good football tonight in Greenville, over at Conley at Hollywood Crossroads, it is open to the public. Come on out and watch. This is the JV teams going at it, but you'll see some good JV football tonight. Rose currently 6-0.
This hour started with a Troy D roast. It'll end with a Troy D roast. We started with Troy coming on the air saying he doesn't eat dessert.
Well, I'm not a dessert guy.
Your quote was, "I don't eat dessert," which is why I
know, and I probably phrased that wrong. I probably just said I shouldn't eat desserts. Is what I think. I thought that's what I meant to say, but it came out different.
And then maybe we were nitpicking a little bit, but you did call Rose Conley a house divided game
for me
when one of the players playing in the game lives in your house.
True.
So
yeah,
but there is no division.
But I have partnerships with Rose. I have friendships with Conley and friendships with the Conley folks.
Well, Ellerby is on one today. He's got other Troy D house divided
A Conley guy invited me to lunch today.
How about that?
Yeah.
Ellerby said Troy D house divided games: Rose versus Conley, ECU versus Coach K. It's a big one.
Well, you mean when we play Coach K?
Himself versus desserts. Big house divided game there. Bears versus Patriots with Brady and Belichick, his two favorite teams.
Yeah. Second favorite, though, would be the Patriots.
And
Sticking with the
he
Bears.
said feel free to add more.
I've got one.
What?
I hope Coach Cliff Godwin is not listening. This would be beach versus baseball.
Ooh.
That's a tough one. I got to admit, during the springtime, right when it starts to warm up, right when baseball season starts, and it's beach, it's a weekend homestand, or it's a beautiful weekend at the beach, I got to admit, beach versus baseball is a struggle one.
Well, I hope Cliff Godwin's not listening, because another one for you is cold weather versus baseball.
Well, no, that's easy.
Like I said, I hope Cliff's not listening.
I hate cold weather.
Yeah.
So I'm upfront about that. Yeah. I feel bad sometimes when I choose beach over baseball.
Troy, not a baseball guy.
No, I didn't say that.
I did.
I am a baseball guy when it matters.
You're a front runner.
I like the games that are meaningful.
Sure.
When the tournament comes around and, those games, the regionals, I am all in, my friend. Beach be damned when the regional is here in Greenville.
There you go.
I turned down an incredible beach weekend to stay in town for both the regional and super regional.
I think the weather's so nice you should skip your kid's game and go to the beach tonight. And then you won't have to worry about rooting against Conley. You can just skip the whole thing and go to the beach.
There is a beach weekend that I have to, am I going to the varsity game? Because, that is a choice to make Friday afternoon.
Friday choices.
Nice weekend at the beach, but there's a huge football game here in Greenville. So I'm going to try and do it all, Clip. I'm going to try and thread the needle and do it all.
All right. Yep.
Football and beach.
Good for you. Troy will have that Conley Rose varsity game coming up Friday night, 7 o'clock, right here after the high school huddle.
I got to say, I listened to the game Monday night with Alan Vick and the guys. It's great. First of all, Alan does a great job for us and on radio. Tough loss Monday.
They got up 21-0 and lost to Havelock.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda won that game, but really enjoyed listening to it. I pulled it up on my phone, and once I kind of got hooked, and I couldn't turn it off because it was such a not fantastic finish, but just kind of thrilling ending of what's going to happen.
A quick turnaround for Conley. They're right back at it Friday night.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let you head out to the game, and we'll talk to you Saturday, perhaps, but definitely Monday on the show. And what's your score prediction? ECU wearing white helmets, so you're taking Tulane.
I hate to say it, but I am. I'm going to say Tulane 31, ECU 27.
Okay. All right, you've heard it.
I hope I'm wrong, by the way. I hope I'm wrong.
I had Tulane by 4 yesterday on the show.
Did you?
28-24.
Wow. Have you changed, or are you going to stick with it?
I mean, that's what I got right now.
Oh, okay.
So that's,
right.
I guess, what I'm sticking with.
The pick is in.
Yeah.
So me and you both have Tulane.
That was before I knew about the white helmets.
Yeah. No, the white helmets pushed me over the edge into the L column. We're going to take the L now.
All right.
So I'm just telling you, unfortunately, that was the deciding factor for me.
All right. Your pick is in. Yep. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll see what Kevin Monroe thinks about the game. We'll get the Tulane side of things with Corey Gloor. It's a big hour 4 or hour 2 in the 4 o'clock hour.
Oh, my God.
When we return.
You're a number divided guy.
I do a lot of...
Hour 2.
He's not a numbers guy.
I don't know numbers.
But if you're listening to our replay, technically this would be coming up at 8 a.m.
I'm confused. We're back with you after this.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Beauty Bar Medispa wants to know if you are ready to fall into beauty. October 7th through the 14th. All services and products will be on sale. Botox, filler, painless laser hair removal, facials, RF microneedling, rejuvenating laser treatments to treat brown spots, wrinkles, texture, veins, and skin tightening. And now, the only facility in the area to offer non-surgical under-eye fat pad treatments. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you.
Scott Graham from Westwood One inviting you to join us for Thursday night primetime from Denver when Russell Wilson and the Broncos host the Colts. Matt Ryan in Indianapolis looked to bounce back from a loss to the Titans last week, and Denver's coming off a loss at the Raiders, but hopes to build on their 2-0 record at home. Spiro Ditas and Ryan Harris will call the action on Thursday Night Football.
Right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
I had a nighttime routine for my frequent heartburn. I would drink milk, I would sleep upright with more pillows, but that painful burning stayed. So I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine. With just one pill in the morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn day and night. Now I have a new nighttime routine. I call it sleeping.
One pill, 24 hours, zero heartburn. With Prilosec OTC. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Medispa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmedispa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Y'all want to hear a stat to consider?
Sure.
Maybe more of a factoid, but I want you to hit stat to consider. That's why I brought it up.
Okay.
The stats to consider.
This will be the first time ever in 32 meetings. You know, we've been sending NFL teams over to London and giving them a good old-fashioned American show.
Yeah.
This will be the first time ever we send 2 teams over to play that have a winning record during the time of the game?
Oh.
Giants versus Packers.
I have a trivia question. You have a stat to consider. I have a trivia question.
All right.
Who is the first player to score a touchdown in London?
Give me, what year was it?
07.
I mean, give me some teams.
Here's a hint.
Give me teams.
All right. One of the teams is playing there this year.
All right. So, Packers or Giants. How about... who was the receiver for the Packers back then? Donald Driver.
Don't think about receivers. It's a quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers.
No, it's not.
Eli Manning.
Eli Manning scored the first touchdown
That is
in
random.
London.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I don't remember him.
A little quarterback scamper.
He couldn't have had that many
Little bootleg?
career
Little-
rushing touchdowns.
I think he was just on the run from pressure and found his way into the end zone.
Oh, okay.
So,
Eli Manning. I want to see how many rushing touchdowns he had in his career, because I'm going to say let's play that game. How many rushing touchdowns did Eli have
in that game?
No, in his career. I'm going to say he had 11.
I'm going to say 18.
Shirley, what's your number?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Eli Manning rushing touchdowns in his career.
In his career, how many years did he play?
A lot.
How many did you say, Chandler?
18.
I'm going to go 12.
All right, the answer is Eli Manning had 7 career rushing touchdowns.
7?
Yes. I knew it was. It couldn't have been a lot.
Good gracious.
And
come on, Eli.
Well, I mean, Chad Powers, his 40 time was like 5.63.
Yeah, not fleet of foot.
No.
He played in 236 games, 7 rushing touchdowns in his career.
I have a Major League Baseball stat to consider.
Hey, let's keep them rolling.
Whoop, nope, that's not the right one.
You be quiet, Malcolm. We're doing a show.
You be quiet, please.
Major League Baseball stat to consider. Shohei Ohtani.
Never heard of him.
First player since 1890.
What?
to finish top 5 in both home runs hit and strikeouts pitched with 34 home runs and 219 strikeouts.
Yeah.
And he is just the 4th player all time to accomplish this feat. So the last time that happened was Jack Stivetts in 1890, who hit 7 home runs and struck out 289 batters that year. There's your stat to consider.
He's a modern marvel. We will not be seeing him tomorrow or in the postseason because the Angels did not make it.
Did not make it.
Again.
Unfortunately.
How about a full slate of baseball? We'll be watching playoff baseball during the afternoon tomorrow.
Day baseball.
Hey, Ellerby. Day baseball tomorrow.
Day baseball,
Nothing better.
Jonathan Ellerby.
Best
Day
kind of baseball there is.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Let's take what I like to call a non-break and continue on with the show.
I was about to say.
And go
Let's
out.
take a slight left-hand turn.
No breaks on the show.
And go out to the Pit Electric Live line, talk East Carolina, Tulane, and more with Kevin Monroe, who joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Kevin, how you doing today, man? We'll head out to the Pit. Oh yeah, I talked to him earlier today on YouTube. We already put it out there. We'll head out to the Pit Electric Live line and talk to the former Pirate, Kevin Monroe, right now. He joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Cliff. Hope you are.
Yes, sir. Doing well. And Pirates coming off a W against USF. And what a difference a week makes, Kevin. Last week we were kind of scratching our heads. What happened to Holden Ahlers and this Pirate offense that we had seen the first 3 games, and then, man, they wake up down in Boca Raton, an offensive explosion in the first half, 41 points, and one of the best offensive halves of football we've seen in a long time here, Kevin.
It was interesting to watch. I mean, it was very surprising. I think part of it, the injury to Jalen Johnson, and then all of a sudden CJ Johnson's on the outside now, where he was in the past. And he's now catching deep ball after deep ball after deep ball over top people's heads. And like it was just old hat, like it was just him in his freshman year. And it was fun to watch. So, I heard a lot of people obviously getting very upset about Coach Kirkpatrick and the play calling 2 weeks ago, and now everyone was thrilled at how much the offense opened up this week. I'm not so sure play calling was a whole lot different. We won a lot of one-on-one matchups this week that we maybe didn't win in previous weeks. So when C.J. Johnson goes running down the field past a corner and catches a deep ball, is that an open-up offense? Is that different than what we've done in the past? Or is it someone winning a matchup, getting open, and Holton finding him? However you want to look at it, it worked out, and the offense exploded there in that first half.
Did you notice, Kevin, like what was Navy doing defensively different than South Florida was doing? Was South Florida just allowing more opportunities, or was East Carolina taking advantage, like you said, and making the plays when they were given those opportunities? What was like the big difference there defensively?
From my vantage point, it was the pressure. It was the quarterback pressure. Navy stayed in the backfield in that game. I'm not really sure why or how, but they blitzed a lot, and they were in Holton's face a lot, and it made it tough on him to look downfield and make the deep throws. He got a little bit of a happy feet sometimes and was trying to scramble out of the pocket and just look for something to dump on off. So that would be the key for me, is that just, you can be a good defensive back with a great pass rush when you have guys in the quarterback space all the time. So that's what I saw from Navy.
Kevin Monroe joining us. Pirates coming off a nice offensive performance. And, Kevin, how about 2 more goal line stops on defense? That's 5 on the year. They got a turnover and then a 4th down stop late in the game in the 4th quarter. And this defense, anytime a team gets it inside the 5, the expectation now is that they hold them to 3 or 0, because we've seen it so many times. They were able to do it 2 more times on Saturday.
Man, I tell you what, I mean, I think that the defense in general, kind of in between the 20s, can fix some things.
Yeah.
Giving up some passes deep and, a run here or there has broken. But, man, when they get inside that 10-yard line, they buckle down. And, there's no receivers open. There's no running game to be spoken of. And it's everybody. It's from D-line to linebackers to DBs. Everybody's coming up, making hits, making sure tackles, getting guys on the ground. They're all covering where they should be covering. It's almost like just a flip switches, and they figure it out, inside the goal line. So I'm thrilled to see that keep happening. I think the state game kind of woke that up, and ever since then they've been dominant down there.
And Kevin, man, we got a secondary that likes to hit, that likes to tackle. Once again, Julius Wood forcing a fumble there, and I think it was Dion that famously said, he doesn't get paid to tackle, right, Kevin? I think that was the quote. But we got some DBs that'll hit, and as a former DB yourself, I know you enjoy watching that.
I do, and I love Julius Wood's name. Quick story: my true freshman year, we come in, and once we get in pads, all of a sudden there's this one guy that's just knocking people out, and this is just freshman practice, and every time you turn around, you can just hear pads popping, and it's Jeff Carr, and so veteran guys start saying, "Ooh, that young cat brings the wood," and so literally from summer camp, my true freshman year, till this day, everybody calls Jeff Carr Wood, the way he used to hit people. And so to have a guy back there named Julius Wood that's out there hitting people is pretty funny. Kind of brings, it's kind of nostalgic for me. But he's a hitter. Tegan Wilkes, a big-time tackler back there. The corners come up and make tackles, which I really like. Sometimes they're even too aggressive, as you saw on the one deep pass play that they had in that game. Tegan Wilkes was coming up for a kill shot and missed the guy, and that's when he went for that long touchdown. But other than that, man, they're pretty sure tacklers back there, and it's fun to watch.
Kevin Monroe joining us. Tulane up next, a very solid football team coming off the win over Houston. And we've talked about it this week, Kevin, that Tulane has not had sustained success there, but they had that undefeated year. Sean King. Did you run into those teams, Kevin, when you were at East Carolina?
So I didn't play. I want to say Sean King's. Yeah, I mean, we definitely ran into them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think on the undefeated year if we played them or not. We probably did, though, because I want to say he was in that mid-'90s. I think he finished up like 97, 98.
Yeah.
I played 95 to 99. So yeah, I don't know if I was a starter then, but yeah, we definitely played them in those years.
Point being, they've had some great times. They've had some down times. Bryce Williams, tight end, joins us every Tuesday. He remembers Tulane as a team you could kind of roll over, although they did upset East Carolina one year in triple overtime in the Superdome. But they're back on the upswing now with Willie Fritz. They had a down year last year, Kevin. East Carolina was able to take advantage of that. But these players that we've talked to this week have said, when we look at Tulane, we see ourselves. It's kind of a physical, hard-nosed, that they use the word culture, use the word program, kind of similarities right now, the way Mike Houston's running things and the way Willie Fritz runs it down there.
Yeah, it's interesting, this team in general. We've always known that Willie Fritz could coach and that, they have the right mindset. They haven't always had the players. They haven't always had the discipline. But this year they seem to have turned it around. They've got an on-campus facility now. He doesn't see the ton. And their first two home games, they were averaging about 15,000 fans, which, if you compare that to East Carolina, we're getting 3 times that at home games. But they're excited about the football and they're winning. This schedule, if you look at it, UMass, Alcorn State, not very good football teams. Southern Miss is down a little bit. There's 3 games where they were playing opponents that are either not very good or not having the best year in Southern Miss. But at Kansas State and at Houston, those are 2 teams where you gotta kind of perk up your eyes and say, wow, those are big time wins. Those top 25 teams. And they went on the road and beat those guys. So they are impressive. Pratt, this quarterback, who sounds like he's going to be back this week, is a guy that can run and throw. He's an accurate quarterback. He's been around for several years. So the Pirates will have their hands full, specifically defensively. They're putting up some points, although a lot of those points came in the Alcorn State and UMass games. They're still showing they can put up points.
Kevin Monroe joining us. Pirates playing through injury like a lot of teams are at this point in the season, and we talked to Rahjai Harris earlier today. No surprise, Kevin, he is keeping his head up high, keeping a positive attitude. He's got to, as he undergoes surgery next week, and then a lot of rehab. But Rahjai is one of the most positive people you'll meet, so I think he'll get through this. But now for the Pirates, they're down a running back. Keaton Mitchell didn't play last week, hopefully, and he should be back this week. But, man, we've seen Marlon Gunn kind of break out here early in the season. Camaro Edmonds waiting in the wings. So we talked about it preseason, Kevin. They had stocked this running back room, and now they're going to need to see it. They're going to have to show it because one of their best guys is down in Rahjai.
Yeah, running back's a weird position in that you need a lot of them, and it's hard to keep those guys happy. But if you don't have 3 or 4 good backs, you're going to find yourself towards the end of the year struggling because someone always gets nicked up. You obviously hate to see a season-ending injury, but yeah, it's just one of those positions where they take such a pounding. It used to be kind of 30 in the NFL was when running backs started going downhill. Now it's more like 27, 28. I mean, you get a few years in there, and there's pretty much no team in the NFL that just has one guy. I mean, maybe Derrick Henry a little bit, but everybody else is playing running back by committee, and that's just the way it is. And in college, it's the same thing. And guys, I love the way Keaton Mitchell and Rahjai Harris support each other. They're rooting for each other to do really well. And so for him to be out is a big deal. Now, he's not the home run hitter that Keaton Mitchell is. So when Keaton Mitchell's out, it strains the offense maybe a little bit more. It doesn't make him any less of a back. It's just the fact that Keaton can go 80 yards at any moment is a huge deal. So not having him out, I don't want to minimize that. It's still a big deal. But having Gunn in there and having Keaton Mitchell back would definitely help and keep this offense running game going forward.
Kevin Monroe joining us, Pit Electric Live Line, East Carolina on the road Saturday at Tulane, 3:30. Our pregame coverage begins 11:30 on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. We're with you after the game on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. And then, Kevin, next week, Pirates home for Memphis. And I don't think I've asked you about this. You're a fashionable guy. What did you think of the uniforms, the modern throwback uniforms that's taken a splash from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even today? What did you think of those uniforms they unveiled that they'll be wearing in that Memphis game?
Cliff, I love them. I really do. It may be my favorite uniform combination. I mean, it is sharp. I love the ode to the prior generations. Obviously, I was a player of the 90s, so part of the color scheme of the jerseys is the jersey that we wore. But obviously we didn't wear Adidas, so they didn't look as nice. But man, I think they're really impressive. Kudos to the folks that put those together and the people that shelled out the dollars to pay for them. It's nice to be a program that can be on the cutting edge of nice uniforms. It wasn't like that always, and to have the Adidas sponsorship and to have the boosters backing it and putting money towards it to get uniforms like that is a big deal.
Good stuff. Kevin Monroe joining us. Kevin, we'll wrap it up as we always do with a little NFL talk. Cowboys beat the Commanders to the surprise of no one. Rough times right now in Washington, but how you feeling through 4 weeks with your boys?
Well, you know what? Week one was rough, but it wasn't losing to Tampa. That was the big deal. It was losing Dak Prescott. So a lot of Cowboy fans were like, "Man, the season's over." If they were saying he was going to be out 4 to 5 weeks, I was just wanting the Cooper Rush to go 2-2, 2-3, something like that to keep the Cowboys in it. And the fact that he's won 3 straight is just more than we can ask for. I don't know what happens against the Rams. I'm not sure we're good enough to beat the Rams with Cooper Rush back there. But I'm just at least excited that they've been competitive. The defense has been playing really well, so we'll see if they can keep it going.
Yeah, and speaking of uniforms, Kevin, you did comment on Washington's black uniforms, and I guess the good news on that is that if somebody tuned in, they wouldn't know who the Cowboys were beating. So nobody knows they beat Washington. That's the positive. I did say to Bailey that when you turn the game on, bad or good over the years, a Cowboys-Redskins game, the uniform combination was always fun to see on TV, and we were kind of missing that on Sunday.
Yeah, no, I've loved watching, the Skins, now Commanders play over the years, and regardless of the records from either team, they're always close games, and so it's frustrating because I'll watch a game and see the Skins get beat by 25 by somebody, and then we're in a 15-16 game against them, and so that's just the way it is. It's the history of it, and it's always going to be that way, and so I'm always nervous when we play FC East teams.
Kevin, always enjoyed the chat, man. We'll catch up with you again soon and do it all over again. Have a good weekend, man.
Appreciate it, Cliff.
There is KMO, Kevin Monroe, joining us today on the Pit Electric Live Line as part of our Flight by Yingling ECU report. Chandler?
There's a new Halloween movie, Michael Myers movie, coming out later this month. And just like that, I am very, very eager to see that. And in similar fashion, I am eager to see what Kevin Monroe is going to be for Halloween this year, because for folks that don't know, Kevin Monroe is probably the greatest of all time when it comes to costumes at Halloween time.
Did you just goat him?
He is the GOAT.
He
is the greatest of all time. You have to see what this man has been in the past when it comes to Halloween. Michael Jackson, I think the Terminator is one of them. I mean, several characters. This guy cannot be beat when it comes to Halloween costumes, and I cannot wait to see what's in store for 2022.
Are you a fan of the horror genre?
Horror genre? Yeah.
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I really love the Halloween series.
Really?
I watched the one last year. They're saying this is the last one. It literally says Halloween ends, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see, Jeff. Let's see. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the Michael Myers series. And then, I wouldn't consider myself a big horror. Oh, I got to say that.
I hear you, Troy.
Got to say that word carefully. Horror movie guy. I'm not a big horror movie guy.
Ho You Fat.
Ho You Fat? But no, in like the Insidious movies and stuff, I don't watch that.
So
I've seen The Conjuring.
You like old school horror?
Yeah, give me Jamie Lee Curtis any day of the week.
Any day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Twice on Sunday. Give me Jamie Lee Curtis twice on Sunday.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. We'll get the Tulane perspective on this game.
Hello.
And say hello to Corey Gloor, who will join us. Had a chance to catch up with Corey yesterday, and we'll have that interview for you. When we return, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Jeff, how's the service department?
Service is going great. Like I told you before, 2022 is the year of the customer. We've been voted #1 dealership in Greenville for 3 years in a row, and there's a reason why. For service, we still offer free pickup and drop-off, so we're trying to make it super convenient for the customer. And right now, our customers are repairing their vehicles more than ever.
How can people make a service appointment?
They can go to brownwood.net or dial 355-6080.
Will the you of tomorrow be happy with the you of today? It all depends on the decisions the you of today makes. For instance, the you of today has an excellent career opportunity with Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. The pay is great, very competitive with other HVAC companies. Plus, you could get a $1,500 sign-on bonus. The you of tomorrow will enjoy some time away because Delcor also offers paid vacation. Most HVAC companies don't. And since the you of today has some experience, Delcor might just hire you on the spot.
Delcor is hiring 12 experienced HVAC and plumbing professionals immediately. You must have a valid driver's license, ability and desire to work, and legally eligible to work in the U.S. Delcor offers a sign-on bonus up to $1,500, plus one of the best benefits packages in the industry, including health insurance, paid vacation, and retirement options. Learn more at DelcorInc.com. That's DelCorinc.com.
The you of tomorrow will thank the you of today for getting a job at Delcor. Delcor is an equal opportunity employer.
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov. The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday, it's our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org/. For licensing information, please visit guildmortgage.com/licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
This is Mike Houston, head football coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Hey, Oktoberfest has arrived at 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. Thursday through Saturday, they're going to be having a German-themed menu along with their regular menu items, and they'll also have live music Thursday and Friday. And once again, that's at 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. That is on 5th Street, right beside the State Theater. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, Wednesday on the show, we talked to the voice of the Pirates, Jeff Charles. Today, we'll hear from the voice of the Tulane Green Wave, Corey Gloor, and recorded this interview earlier. You can It's been available on YouTube and Facebook, as we're starting to do that. If we record interviews ahead of time, going ahead and putting them up live, so you can check them out, and then we replay them for our radio audience, because we do know there are a lot of people who tune in different ways. So we got you covered, all platforms here at Pirate Radio. Here's my conversation with Corey Gloor, our old buddy. I had a chance to catch up with him. Here you go.
Doing well. Before we get to your prepared text, I do have a question for you.
Okay.
A little birdie told me that on your pregame show Saturday, I did come up, and you referred to me as, I believe, a big-headed baby boy.
That probably is something I say a lot during that 4-hour show, but I could see myself saying that.
All right, I just wanted to, I'm not discounting that. I just wanted to see if that was indeed boomed out over the massive Pirate Radio airwaves Saturday morning when you guys took the air.
Our big-headed baby boy. How big is that melon? What size hat do you wear, Corey?
It's so big, I don't know what size it is.
Yikes.
I get the adjustable hats because if I go fitted, I'm never going to find the correct one.
Corey, we are, I don't know if proud is a word. I mean, it's not like you're my kid or anything, but like we are happy for your success. How about that? Is that a good way to put it?
I appreciate it. Hey, I'm your big-headed baby boy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, I look at you as the father that I didn't need, but appreciate that I had in my time in Greenville.
This is getting really weird very early on in the conversation. Tulane coming off a dramatic win. Not only did we get to hear Corey call it, we got to see Corey in the booth as the walk-off touchdown was scored. Corey, as somebody who is very modest, I'm sure you don't enjoy having to relive that video and everybody seeing you pump up, so pumped up in the booth, right?
Well, I found now with this the thing that we're doing here, and we're just setting up a GoPro in the booth for every game for moments like that. I found that I broadcast with my hands more than I realized. Like, that's what caught me off guard watching that clip, and it happened. There was one clip that came out when Tulane beat Kansas State a few weeks ago. That was me a little bit more reserved in terms of my physical motion, but there was another one from that game that I saw that was a lot more demonstrative, but nothing topped the one Friday night. Yeah, I use my hands and my arms more than a human being probably should in that scenario. So it's weird, no question. I'm already have to jump over the mental hurdle of hearing myself, and now seeing myself while hearing myself is unpleasant at times.
It almost looked like both of your arms went out when that ball was released. It almost looked like you were almost catching it for sharp, that walk-off touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Tajay didn't reel that one in, I had it.
Yeah. Yeah, you had his back on that one. What a call, what a game. And I guess, Corey, man, we hate to do this, but you East Carolina's like, hey, we're 2 plays away or whatever from, 5-0 and a top 25 ranking. Well, Tulane is one letdown game away, and I didn't see the Southern Miss Tulane game. I'll let you speak on it. But after winning in Manhattan, and that sandwich of Kansas State and Houston is filled with a loss to Southern Miss. I know they'd like to have that one back, but was that a classic letdown game? What did happen in that Southern Miss loss, Corey?
I really don't think it was that classic letdown because they moved the ball well. They outgained USM by about 200 yards, and they were in control of a lot of the pace of that game. But what happened was you had a blocked field goal, you had a blocked punt, and you had a missed field goal across the night. That led to 13 points for USM. And there's your difference. So, where East Carolina thinks they're probably a couple late kicks and one poorly timed interception away from being 5-0, I think Tulane will look at 2 rushes off the right side of your special teams protection of being 5-0 as well. And so it literally comes down to that. It was not like you were out-gamed. It wasn't as though you were out-planned against USM. It was that when crunch time happened, especially in special teams, you just fail to execute some simple stuff. And so getting that cleaned up is a lot simpler to do than fixing a game plan. And I think we saw that happen the next game at Houston, where they cleaned up that stuff. Now, they had a missed field goal against Houston, and there is now back a competition up for grabs here for the place kicker spot this week. But they certainly were executing in a far more crisper fashion up and down the board on their next effort out. So, yes, they definitely want USM back, but it was really as simple as the guy who was the wing blocker on the right side of special teams was not able to play that game due to injury, and it was a true freshman there, and he got whipped on a couple of really important moments. And so you get those back, and you're 5-0.
A lot of similarities between this East Carolina team and Tulane team. The East Carolina players said as much Monday when they joined us on the Players Lounge. Before we dive into it more, one more question on the Houston game, Corey. As you're calling all that and you're in a thriller on a Friday night, are you aware and keeping an eye on Dana Holgerson and the theatrics there at the end of regulation and the crowd's booing and he's gesturing to the crowd? Are you did you see all that as it was transpiring, or were you focused on other things?
I saw some of it. I mean, with the way that stadium's set up, I mean, the Houston bench is obviously right in front of us. And so, the booing was obvious. That was picked up loud and clear on our broadcast at the end of regulation. But the screaming and showing his anger towards the fans, I didn't notice that right away. I definitely saw him earlier on that possession go after his left tackle at a false start in that drive. And so, no, I saw a little bit of it. I didn't see kind of the attention-grabbing moment there at the end of regulation, but it certainly did not escape this Tulane team leaving Houston what they seem to do to make that head coach of the Houston Cougars pretty angry.
No doubt. And ESPN certainly picked up on it because they basically had the Dana cam there for the last 15, 20 minutes of that telecast the other night. Corey Gloor joining us. It'll be East Carolina and Tulane on Saturday. And Corey, we'll cut the microphones and cameras off for a minute. This is just me and you talking, and you can trust me. What has Willie Fritz told you about the quarterback situation? Who's starting on Saturday?
Do not know. I think they are hoping Michael is available and getting him worked back into regular practice reps this week. If not, it'll be Kai Horton. Justin Ibieta, who started Friday against Houston, injured himself on the first drive, and he's not going to be available. And so it'll either be Pratt or Horton. That's all I got for you here as we sit today.
Kai Horton, man, part of your awesome call there at the end, Tulane wins, dramatic fashion, but how cool is it, Corey, to see a third-string quarterback go in on the road and beat a pretty solid team, a good Houston team? We were kind of saying, could Ryan Stubblefield or Alex Flynn, could we see that happening here at East Carolina? Because that's pretty remarkable to see what he did the other night.
Yeah, it was pretty special, and I think, for all the faults and the dysfunction that exists with the Houston Cougars right now, the one thing that's undeniable is their pass rush is scary, and it did wreak some havoc Friday. And so for him to hang in there like that, and, he wasn't, blowing the world apart throughout the course of the game, but when he was called upon to lead the team down the field, he did. He had a heck of a first touchdown throw in the first half. A little throw on the run across his body that was really, really challenging. Then the throw in overtime was special, especially in that circumstance. The thing that, I think gave some calm to a lot of people around the program when Horton had to enter is that he has had to be in a game before, a big pressure game. He had to start against Cincinnati last year due to injuries in front of him. And he played really dang well in that game. And then afterward, we found out he had a broken finger on his throwing hand that he suffered in the first quarter and still played pretty well against that type of team. And so we had seen bits of it before. And so when he was thrown in there wasn't necessarily a case of he was going to be too wide-eyed for the moment. It was whether or not he had enough of the knowledge of the playbook, heading into that game to be ready to go. Last year, he had the whole week of first-team reps heading into Cincinnati. That wasn't the case last week. And so for him to be able to settle in, make some really tough throws, and some big-time plays when this team required it, and is a humble dude from small-town Texas here, Clip. He's still never lost a game in that state. He went 30-0 in high school. And
wow.
Now he's 1-0 as a collegiate quarterback in that state, from about 3 hours away from Houston. And it was never a case where it was nerve-wracking for him. And that's hard to do when you're a third stringer. And, last week he became second stringer heading into that game, but you're not anticipating that moment where you're actually going to be needed. And then he was needed very early, and he had one unbelievable show on national television.
No doubt. Corey Gloor joining us on the Pit Electric Live Line as we talk Tulane football. And Corey, we need to put a mark on Tyjae Spears. How about the leading rusher? He is the team's leading receiver in terms of receptions, second on the team in receiving yards, and had that one touchdown catch that we all saw and heard Corey call on Friday night. So you got to watch him. Who are the weapons on offense, Corey, that Pirate fans will get to know on Saturday?
Yeah, I think I would think this team would prefer that Spears not be kind of the main receiving option here. Now, they did use him in more regular receiving packages Friday. They even put him out in wide formations at times, which we had not seen before. But behind Spears in the backfield, a kid by the name of Iverson Celestine is a really good hard runner. Doesn't really go down on first contact. He just kind of bowling balls his way forward. He's been a nice surprise here so far this year, and he takes over for Cam Carroll, who is out for most of the rest of the year with an injury. And Celestine's come in and done a nice job. I talked about the Southern Miss game and what happened there, Clip. Well, the guy who was out of that game was Will Wallace, one of the two main tight ends for this team. And he came back against Houston, and he's not a major receiving threat, but he is pretty instrumental to how this offense flows. And Tyreek James, who had that game-tying touchdown on the shovel pitch, he just is a reliable guy over the middle that is used quite a bit in this offense. So the two tight ends are utilized quite a bit with how this team moves up and down the field. And then wide receivers, Deuce Watts is now the only Watts twin playing right now. The other one, tore his ACL back against Alcorn State in week 2. And Deuce had the first touchdown grab against Houston. He had a big-time third down pickup in the final drive of regulation. The key with him was always, can he hold on to the ball? Well, he's holding on to the ball a little bit more here this year. Jaquan Jackson, who was injured a lot last year, he's had 2 punt return touchdowns called back due to holding penalties already this year. He is dynamic when he's in open field and finds a little bit of space, and he looks more like himself. And then Lawrence Keys is a wide receiver transfer from Notre Dame who comes back home to New Orleans. He missed the Southern Miss game as well, and the offense, you could tell, really bogged down without him when they hit the red zone. A lot of pre-snap movement, a lot of show and go stuff, a lot of decoy stuff with him that is pretty key to how this wide receiver group functions. So there's a couple of names for Pirate fans to watch for in this Tulane offense.
Corey Gloor joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. 2 good defenses will be on display on Saturday as well, Corey. And East Carolina, Blake Harrell has come in year 3, and we've just seen improvements each and every year, each and every game. How about Tulane, a number that jumps off the page? They're giving up 14 points a game. Now, those numbers are helped when you shut out Alcorn State. They gave up 10 to UMass, but only allowing 10, on the road at Kansas State. Talked about the special teams miscues, giving up 27 to Southern Miss and then 24 to Houston. But 14 points per game, Corey, just about halfway through the season. That is a stellar number defensively.
And from where this defense was at this time a year ago to now is a pretty stark turnaround. I remember the game in Greenville last year and how this defense just got straight up torched by Holton and that team. And now it's, almost a full calendar year later, maybe even a little bit more than that. And you have one of the better units in the nation going right now. I thought it was telling to me that Friday they saw Clayton Tune, who, you could make the case is the best quarterback in the American. I'm sure ECU would have a bone to pick with that. but his experience, his accuracy, his efficiency is really sharp, and will get him some NFL looks. And they were able to hold him down by and large. And so that was the first big test for me. That was the first time this year that we're seeing a quarterback that could really test them downfield, and they were able to manage that pretty well. They're going to see another one here Saturday. And so how they're able to do this 2 weeks in a row, that will be, well, the difference between a win and a loss for this group. But, yeah, I mean, the linebackers get the headlines, and deservedly so. Nick Anderson, Defensive Player of the Week here in the conference. Second time he's won the honor. Dorian Williams, he's an NFL monster of a linebacker. Those two have just had some exceptional years already. And the front four's been great. They've been pressuring the quarterback. They've been closing the pocket quick, and they're making first contact stick. Like there's no arm tackles. That's when you're hit, you're hit. And with the playmakers that Houston has, with the playmakers that East Carolina will bring in here, that is vital. And so far they have been up to that task of just making sure they land that first blow and make a small gain small and not any bigger.
Corey Gloor joining us. Corey, I remember commenting on the Tulane basketball crowd last year and saying I'd never seen anything like it. Ron Hunter getting people fired up for Green Wave Hoops. Willie Fritz has been there long enough, established his program. Has that translated? Will it translate to an environment on Saturday, Corey? What kind of atmosphere are you expecting for the game?
You know, I hope it's a good one. I know that there was a pretty strong push to get people out here for the Southern Miss game a few weekends ago, and that's a big-time rivalry game, too, and so we knew that would have a little bit of extra tension on it. It might have, frankly, it was probably the game circled on most of Tulane fans' calendars was that one. I think where Tulane fans have been for a while, and I think that need to start weaning off of, honestly, is that when highlight moments have happened, they're always it's more of a skeptical, well, let's see how they build off of this sort of deal. And so, you know, I hope that there's a good crowd and a big-sized crowd on hand here Saturday. But just 2 weeks ago it was, well, you got a big-time win on the road and then couldn't do it against arguably your arch rival in front of what was, 20, 23,000 people in this 30,000-seat stadium. So I hope people come out and really start buying into this group, because it's a group really worth buying into. You know, win or loss, what they are showing already this year is worlds beyond what they showed last year. And so it's a group that's worth supporting. And if they're able to notch another win here on Saturday, and then they go to Tampa next weekend, and you might be able to start putting some things together. But I think fans are in a let me see you prove it sort of situation right now.
And I mean, the American feels kind of wide open, right, Corey? I mean, Cincinnati's still the king until they are knocked off the throne, but it doesn't feel like it does in past years where there is, one team ahead of everybody, or even a tier that's just far and away ahead of everyone. And I think East Carolina, despite the loss to Navy, still thinks they're in it, and they should be, especially if they can knock off Tulane this weekend. So really makes every game important, makes every game exciting. It's great to have some good football in the AAC and a little bit of parity at the top, Corey.
Yeah, I think you're right, Clip, where, right now Cincinnati is the only ranked team in the American, and they had they came close against Arkansas to start the year, but are unblemished since, and that program's a machine now, so it seems like they have filled those massive vacancies from last year's group and at least put things together to the point where now they're ranked. And I think for many around the country it would be called the favorite in the league, but I'm with you. I don't think 5 weeks into the year there is, last year there was a clear front runner in Cincinnati, and then as the year went along, Houston pulled in front of the rest of the pack as they went on their winning streak. That doesn't exist right now, and who knows what the next, at the end of October, if someone has lucked out in front. But as of now, I mean, I think you are, any choice in the league is as good as any to maybe compete for this league. Temple is probably going to be struggling. South Florida, we're going to see them next week, and ECU just saw them. So we'll see where they're going to fit it in all of this. But outside of those two, there's no reason to say that the other 9 teams in this league don't have an honest, legit shot to be in contention here in November. And so that's where a game like Saturday is huge for both of these teams. Like when I saw the schedule clip, I saw this was honestly the first swing game I saw on this Tulane schedule. Now, they've gotten to 4-1 in a way that I didn't anticipate they would be getting to here so far this year.
Yeah.
And so, who knows what transpires here on Saturday, but this is the first one I saw that this is going to be one of those games that you'll look back on in the first week in December, for good or for ill. And so I think that puts a lot of emphasis on this contest for both of these teams, because I think both of these teams will wind up looking back at this game.
Corey Gloor joining us. Awesome to hear his voice once again, formerly the baseball play-by-play voice at East Carolina, and did a lot of other things. Filled in for me here when I was battling the sickness for, a week, Corey? A few days at least on Pirate Radio.
Yeah, I think it was a week.
Yeah.
I think it was a week in December of 2020.
Yep, that sounds right. So
week, the highest ratings that Pirate Radio has ever had.
Yeah.
And nothing's come close.
And I think that's really, when you put that on the resume, that's probably what got you the Tulane gig.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, he's called he's called collegiate baseball. He's done some football. He's done some basketball. But that week on Pirate Radio was transcendent.
Yep.
And that's where my fan club started. Yeah, that fan club that you alluded to, that is just growing and burgeoning.
The Gloor heads.
That's what started.
The Glory Hogs. Well, we got to come up with a name. I don't have it today, but we'll have it soon.
Well, as the president of my fan club, I will have a name in short order.
Yes, sir. Corey, we'll let you run. Always enjoy chatting with you, man. We'll do it again when the Pirates and the Green Wave meet up on the hardwood, or when they meet up in the AAC Football Championship. How about that?
Wow, yeah, I like the sound of that. I'll say that. So yeah, let's reconvene in the first weekend of December.
Corey, enjoyed it as always, man. Be good. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Thank you, Clip. Thank you, Pirate Radio.
There is Corey Gloor joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. He'll be on the call on Saturday. Had a great call last Friday night as Tulane walks it off in overtime against the Houston Cougars.
So really enjoyed listening to that.
Both teams coming off a win. Both teams lost the previous week. So important game coming up here, week 6 of the college football season.
Yes, it's going to be a tough task. Just saw that Pirate Radio put out there that Kai Horton will start if Michael Pratt cannot go. There will be a decision tomorrow on if Michael Pratt can go for the Green Wave. If he cannot, it will be Kai Horton, who led the Green Wave to a victory last week at Houston, and then their backup will be the second-string quarterback that actually started the game last week. So just a little update there if you haven't seen on Pirate Radio social media.
Good update, Chandler. Chandler making himself at home here. He's got him an old plate of popcorn, got a can, got a cup, got a napkin on the table, and watching an old ECU game. You're having a day, huh?
Oh, man, I'm enjoying work today. I just need a recliner.
How many cupcakes did he have earlier?
Ooh, are we cupcake shaming now? Okay. How many?
I had one, and that is the honest truth.
Okay.
I had the chocolate chip because I'm not a big fan of any of the other flavors.
You're not that much of a cupcake guy?
Nah, I'm not a cupcake guy.
You should have tried a lemon. They were the best.
Yeah, I heard.
They were good.
I heard they were the most popular.
Very good. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap up hour 2. Get you set for hour 3. Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because this right here is a Papa John's Papa Bowl. No crust, just piping hot toppings and melty cheese in an oven-baked bowl. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl, Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, brace yourself for the brand new Papa Bowls for only $7.99. The new Papa Bowls are an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, Shimmer Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials. This is Holt Nailers, and if you need a Yeti cooler, apparel, shoes, or accessories for the season, Shimmer has you covered. Shimmer Boutique is also the exclusive retailer in Greenville carrying the largest selection of built when broken gear for adults and youth. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville across from Lowe's. Go Pirates!
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. Homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates!
It's Bostic Sug Furniture's Lazy Boy Market Sample Sell-Off. We bought out an entire showroom of 100 one-of-a-kind pieces of Lazy Boy furniture. Now we're selling it all at drastically reduced prices. Floor samples slashed an additional 50 to 70% off. This is a one-time opportunity to shop extreme sell-off prices on brand new Lazy Boy styles, recliners, power recliners, sectionals, and leather furniture, designer chairs, cocktail ottomans, and much more. Hurry! You will never, ever find Lazy Boy furniture at such low prices again at Bostic Sug Furniture.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville wants you to make this a September to remember. Come check out the huge selection of new cars and trucks as the inventory is back, and so are the incentives. It's Ram Power Days at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and they've got 0% for 72 months on Ram Bighorn and Laramie trim models. Or you can save up to $8,000 on select Ram 1500 crew cabs. This is the best truck offer you'll find anywhere. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep needs to make way for the 2023 model. So September customers will get huge savings. That's saving up to $8,000 on a new Ram now. Oh, and you'll also find a great selection of new Jeeps. Save up to $3,000 on a new Jeep Gladiator and save up to $5,500 on select new Wagoneers.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Crack Barrel in Greenville. Come see us.
Offers do not include tax tags and $7.99 admin fee. Customers must qualify for all applicable rebates. See dealer for details.
Pirate Radio.
The
voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Medi Spa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmedispa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. You can join the close to 60,000 followers today. Now, let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, wrapping up Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Chandler's watching East Carolina Marshall 2007. Is that right?
2008.
2008. Just saw Zach Slate get a sack a moment ago.
There's been about 3 punts in the past 2 minutes.
What's their head coach's name?
I cannot remember. This was before Doc Holliday. I'm assuming Doc Holliday took this guy's position. I cannot remember. But this right here, folks, 2008 in Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, I was there. This was the battle for the East Division Championship right here. I'm pretty sure the winner of this goes to the Conference USA Championship game. Both, I think, let's see, Pirates were 5-3 at the time. Marshall was 4-4, but both teams are 3-1 in the Conference USA, that is. So this is the East Division Championship right here, and it's coming down to the wire, 16-9 with a minute and 40 seconds to go. Marshall elects to go for it with 4:40 to go in the fourth quarter. They punt the ball back to East Carolina, and just like that, it wasn't even a minute, East Carolina had to punt it back to Marshall. Marshall then punted it back to East Carolina. East Carolina now has the ball, 4th and 1 with a minute and 40.
What do you do here?
Punt it.
At your own 20-yard line, you punt it.
Oh, they're on 20.
Bring in Matt Dodge.
Bring in the Dodge.
Bring in the golden leg.
Crank up the old Dodge. The name of the Marshall coach at this time is Mark Snides. There's Kevin Guidry, friend of the show. I like looking back at these old games.
Oh, I do too.
I did not like that's all we had to do during the COVID times. And me and Igo would watch old games.
So I would, and the reason I have this up is because last night, laying in bed, chilling, relaxing, I said,
"What are you wearing?"
A t-shirt and boxer briefs. I don't wear no pants to bed.
Socks.
No socks, dude.
Do you wear a sleeping cap, like an old man cap? Like Okay.
Nope. I don't rock with that.
Oh my God.
Oh, a terrible punt.
Shank.
Oh man.
And I'm not talking about Steve Shankweiler. And now Matt Dodge is screaming at himself. And a few years later, Tom Coughlin's going to be screaming at him.
Because he punted a line drive to Deshaun Jackson. But
yikes.
I found this on YouTube, and I said, man, what a great game this was. I was there. Let me check it out, and I fell asleep around this time, around the fourth quarter. But Matt Dodge, with a minute and 40 to go, has a chance to pin him deep in their own territory. Instead, he's going to give Marshall the ball at around, I think, the East Carolina 45-yard line, and that's exactly at the 40-yard line.
Chandler is really excited about this for some reason.
Wow.
Okay, we'll see the conclusion. What else do you have?
Well, what I was trying to get to, ball on the ground. But I also found East Carolina versus West Virginia, 1999 at Erickson Stadium, where the Pirates, David Garrard and the Pirates, pull it off against who was the coach 20 years in at West Virginia at the time?
West Virginia.
Neil something? I actually forgot his name, but he was like there for 20 years.
Who was the coach of West Virginia in the 90s? I don't know.
Neil something.
I don't remember a Neil. Who you got, Tony? Oh,
he don't know.
Tony's just ready to get on the show, but Chandler keeps talking. All right, can we go to break now, or do you got anything else?
Touchdown, Marshall!
Jeez.
No, let's go to break.
All right, let's go to break. When we return...
I don't think Tony has a vent today. But, man, what a vent he had last week.
We'll find out. Maybe he does. Maybe he don't. We don't know. Don Nealon.
Don Nealon. Yeah.
Neil? Yeah, I never remember that name. And then Rich Rod took over. Who was the coach when the Pirates beat West Virginia here in 2008?
He has passed away.
Bill Stewart.
Bill Stewart, yeah.
Bill Stewart. All right, Tony Collins joins us. We're talking Pirates, Patriots, football, a lot more. Back with you after this.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Are Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
This is Braxton Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. If you're looking to purchase a home, it is still a great time, and being pre-qualified before you begin shopping is an advantage. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that can fit most financial situations. To get started, contact our experienced team of Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, Wanda Hager, or myself, Braxton Green, at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. You can shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Chandler is invested in this game from 14 years ago. Chandler, give us an update. What's happening?
Marshall scores. Matt Dodge had a chance to pin Marshall deep into their own territory to get the defense the chance to pin their ears back and get after Marshall's offense. Instead, he shanks it, and the ball's spotted at the 40-yard line of the Pirates, and in 2 plays, they score. Extra point is good. 16-16 is the score, 34 seconds to go. Pirates are driving. They're in her territory at the 43-yard line. So,
and why are we watching this game?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how it ends because I forget. And I love vintage games.
Chandler loves some old YouTube games. You ever watch any of your old stuff, Tony?
Yeah, I do. But you got to go way, way back with mine. Way back.
You got anything on YouTube?
I don't know.
It's all yours on like VHS and the old film. Tony Collins is here joining us today.
In the house, baby.
Good to see you, Tony. After a Pirate win, you had to get some stuff off your chest last week, and maybe that led to the East Carolina victory on Saturday.
Well, who knows? I mean, we won. That's all we want is to win. But I do have to make a public apology to Daffer's mom. She got into me on Facebook. She DM'd me on Instagram and said that I was a sick person for what I said last week. And I apologized to her, but, I thought I apologized before I said what I said. I called her son Daffy Duck, and I shouldn't have said that. And I also said something about shock treatment. I wouldn't want anybody to go through shock treatment. Well, maybe Troy. but I'm not a sick person. I got to say this, though. I remember back when I was a sophomore here at ECU, we had just won the Independence Bowl. And we come back, and there's fans at the airport waiting for us at the airport. Now, this is not the airport in Greenville, because there wasn't an airport in Greenville. It was the airport in Kinston. And that just blew me over, that not only am I playing for the team or for my family or for myself, I mean, I'm playing for these fans, too. And that made me work even harder. And that's something that really stuck with me for the rest of my career. And here's the thing. If you play football at ECU, you're like a brother to me. No matter what age you played at or what year you played at, whatever. You're like a little brother to me. And that's how I feel about Daff. He's like a little brother to me. And I said some things that I probably shouldn't have said, but I gave him a little tough love. He's playing big time football right now, and it's time to put on his big boy pants. And so I still stick by what I said. We have to fix our play calling, and we have to fix our special teams if we want to have a good season this year. Can you imagine what it would be like around here if we were 5-0 right now? Can you imagine that? But anyway, moving on.
Yeah. I mean, we can move on.
Moving on.
Obviously, Tony's not going to really shock somebody with a cattle prod.
No,
that was a joke.
I like Troy maybe.
Yeah, but not somebody you don't know. But Troy is.
Those who know me know I like to joke around some, so But she doesn't know me, so and I know she was protecting her cub.
Absolutely,
it's no problem.
Yeah, I understand that. I was supposed to relay a message to Tony from Troy. Does anybody remember what it was about?
It was very passionate, though.
What was it about?
It obviously wasn't that passionate if we don't remember it.
Huh? I got it now. Survivor Pool. Which he said, and this again is already done, but he went over the whole, you don't save teams. When you save teams, that's when you lose and you're out of it. We're not saving the Bills. We're playing the Bills because you don't save teams in a Survivor Pool. And I was like, yeah, I agree. I'm with you. And so I wanted to pass that along to you.
Yeah,
Troy is very animated.
We're going with the Bills.
We're going with the Buffalo Bills. I get your idea to save them, but in a crazy year like we're in this year, I just kind of want to get to the next week. Let's.
But what if the Bills lose against the Steelers?
Did Pittsburgh beat Buffalo last year, CJ?
I don't
or was it
the Steelers beat the Bills last year in Week 1, the biggest liar in the NFL.
Yeah, but it happened.
Well, I guess
it happened.
I don't think it's going to happen this week.
I don't either.
Yeah,
but
I don't think that's.
Let's be reasonable, guys.
Yeah. But there was a lot of other teams we could have picked. I feel. Tampa Bay's going to win.
Tampa Bay plays the Falcons. How about
the Ravens are going to win?
How about Tom Brady hasn't lost 3 games in a row since 2002?
That's what I said. Tampa Bay's going to win. That was one of my picks. Was Tampa.
And then you got Ravens and who?
You got the Ravens. You got Tennessee playing Washington. Yeah, there was a few teams.
I hear you, but hey, we're saving.
Yeah, we're safe.
We're saving the Ravens.
I think we're safe with the Bills, though.
We're saving the Bugs. Look at it that way, right? We're saving your Patriots. Patriots might win because they're rocking the Tony Collins specials on Sunday. What do you think about Bailey Zappi?
Zappi, baby.
He looked good, man. The only thing, he was playing against Aaron Rodgers, so that didn't help him at all. But he looked good. The team looked good. Took the Green Bay Packers in overtime in Green Bay, so not too shabby.
Yeah, and hung around with him, and man, could have had a win. There was a lot of people critical of Belichick and the offensive play calling. Speaking of play calling, that they should have been more aggressive and gone out there with a nothing to lose attitude.
Absolutely.
And they kind of maybe missed an opportunity.
The kid was throwing it around, man.
Yeah. Pierre Bell's trying to start a fight with the whole Marshall captain group.
Marty Fuhrer's down there. He's telling what's going on.
I love P. Bell.
I wish we would have asked Tony about how many touchdown passes Bailey Zappi had last year at Western Kentucky on the air. You said 35, Tony. Double that.
Which was a lot.
62
touchdown
Did they play Elon every game?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Elon and Campbell every game.
How about our quarterback, Holden Ahlers, AAC Player of the Week, Tony? 41-7 at halftime. How about that first half offensive?
The first half was unbelievable. I was like, the play calling was on spot. Everything was rolling. I mean, it was a perfect first half. I mean, absolute perfect. Defense played well. 41-6 or something?
41-7 at halftime.
And they only had the 7 because of the big play they had with the pass play. And then the second half, I mean, you got to think, okay, we hit 41, so I'm thinking we got 41. We're definitely going to get 60 against these guys.
Yeah.
Easy. But we come out and we only score 7 points. Now, I don't know,
Well, they scored 6 because Dafford missed the extra point.
Well, we won't say about nothing about that. But I don't know what happened. Why we only score 7 points in the second half? I mean, that just doesn't. I don't comprehend that. I can't say it was the play calling. Maybe the players just slacked off a little bit. I don't know.
You had a turnover in there on what was a pretty designed play, the Ryan Jones tight end screen, and he got hit from behind and fumbled the ball.
Right.
And that was a moment, a big moment there to where it looked like he might have scored a touchdown.
Dude.
And not to do the whole butterfly effect here, but if he scores that touchdown, is Rahjai Harris still in the game to get hurt?
I know.
Right now, I don't. It's stupid to even think about, but just one of those things.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. We lose him for the rest of the year. I think the young kid will step up and do good.
Marlon Gunn.
Yeah, I think he'll step up and do well. I think we've still got a chance to complete this season with a good record. I mean, we got a chance to. I don't know if we can run the table for the rest of the games because we got some tough games coming up, and Tulane is not a pushover.
Well, they're favored. Tulane is a 3.5-point favorite. Tony, what I love about football season, we get to talk to the players on Monday, Delcore's Players Lounge. We also talk to former players throughout the week. Yourself, Kevin Monroe, Willie Smith, Bryce Williams. So I like to ask you guys that have been there about the situations. What about when you're up 41-7, Tony, in the locker room? The coaches are saying the score is 0-0, and you're saying, "Hey, coach, we're whooping their tail. It's 41-7. We got this game." Like, how do you not think like that?
But
it's almost impossible, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna think like that, but at the same time, you score 41 points. You want to score.
Keep going.
You want to score another 40 points in the second half because that's how it is. My father always told me when you got a man down, step on his head. Just keep him down. We could have possibly let them in the game because, I think they scored like 14 unanswered points, and I was like, oh, what's going on? But, we calmed down and we finished the game off.
All right, Tony Collins joining us here inside the Pirate Radio Studios, ECU and Tulane. Defensively, Tony, 2 more goal line stands.
Yeah.
How about that trend for East Carolina this year? Gave up some big play. I tell you, we have given up, and it's not a complaint.
Not a lot of big plays.
They've given when they most of the touchdowns scored this year seems like they've come on big plays. Yeah. Navy hit some big ones on them. The receiver for Old Dominion had a field day against East Carolina. Campbell so I don't know. They've hit some big ones. They hit another one on Saturday. A bit of a concern, but overall, I mean, the defense has played winning football.
Yeah, defense is that's one steady thing that I've seen all year is our defense. So I think our defense is going to be okay.
Pass rush. I want to see more of a pass rush. Chandler, can we get a pass rush?
I know. I mean, I think we talked about that last week about getting more pass rush. Starting with Jeremy Lewis. I mean, I guess that's the guy on the edge that's going to create as much pass rush. You got guys in the middle, too. Stuart Ware, Elijah Morris, the Chandre Mims, who's the transfer from Charleston Southern, can get some pressure up the middle. Really, really, really would love to see more pressure from this defensive front. And you would think Blake Harrell can get these guys, whether it's a stunt or just bringing 3 or 4 guys that they can get to the quarterback somehow. But that's something we have not seen so far this year for Pirates.
3-2 will be at the halfway point coming up after Saturday already, Tony. So, 4-2 feels a lot better than 3-3. You look at the schedule, the remainder of the year, you've got still BYU and Cincinnati and UCF. You've got some challenging games. Memphis at home. Memphis plays Houston tonight. So this almost feels like a obviously,
must win.
Yeah,
It's a must win.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. It's a must win. We cannot go into our next few games 3-3. So I think we have to win this game. We got to go down there and execute. Can't have any turnovers. They're going to be ready to play, man. I mean, I watched some film on those guys. They're pretty decent.
We had the fumble by Ryan Jones, but the Holt Naylor 6 touchdowns and no interceptions, and
protecting the
you
rock.
just said no turnovers. That's a key every week, winning that turnover battle.
And you just mentioned some future opponents for the Pirates this year. You mentioned UCF. Some Wednesday night college football last night. UCF rolling against SMU.
Yeah, looked pretty good, especially defensively against SMU.
Yes.
Gave up a big run early in the game and then pretty much blew them out after that. All right, Tony Collins is here. We'll take a timeout, come back, more ECU talk, more NFL talk. We got some audio to get to as well, and we will make you a winner. A lot to go here on Pirate Radio Live, Hour 3. We're back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Pirate fans, it's a key American Conference showdown Saturday the 15th as your East Carolina football team welcomes the Memphis Tigers to Greenville. Tickets are as low as $35 in the upper deck and just $50 in the lower bowl. The 2022 Hall of Fame class will be recognized, including pro golfer Harold Varner and former Pirate quarterback Marcus Crandall. It's also homecoming at Dowdy Ficklen Stadium, so tickets are going fast. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com to get your tickets today.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations are available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Last Thursday at this very table, Touchdown Tony Collins was here. The Bengals were playing the undefeated Dolphins a few hours later, and Tony said, why they got the Bengals favored? I said, Tony, it's the NFL. This is, you don't, and of course, the Bengals go out, beat the Dolphins.
Yep, they sure did.
Monday at this very table, Brian Bailey's here. He says, why in the world are the 49ers favored over the Rams? I said, Brian, it's the NFL. And the Niners knocked off the Rams. Tony, tonight, Denver, only a 3.5-point favorite over the Colts, who don't have Jonathan Taylor and are struggling.
And Matt Ryan's old.
I mean, why are the Broncos only favorite? Give me the Colts.
Oh, you want the Colts?
Give me the Colts. Give me the Colts.
Oh, my gosh.
You go with the Colts?
I'm going with the Colts.
Because the Broncos stink.
Because they're not favorite?
More so because the Broncos are terrible.
They're terrible, and they might have the worst coach of all time, and he's only like 4 games into his tenure.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
He's only 4 games into his first coaching gig. He's terrible.
We keep at some point the Broncos are going to break out. It might be tonight.
Might be tonight.
Might be. But man,
they got talent.
I'm picking the Broncos tonight, playing at home.
It makes sense, but man, they have just looked so bad.
Yeah, they have. Offensively, they've been struggling. I've never seen Wilson look so bad. I mean,
it's the worst he's ever played.
I've never seen him look as bad as he looked.
Geno Smith has better stat lines, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
Geno Smith has better stat lines than Russell Wilson.
You're right about that.
I think we talked about this last week, though. There are a lot of bad quarterbacks, bad offenses playing right now in the NFL. You've still got your elites, but, man, you look around and everybody in this room, in this area, is struggling at quarterback, including Shirley's Dolphins, because Tua's out now. In fact, we talked last week, Tony, about something that came up later that night, about how you need somebody, a doctor, somebody on staff, to literally take the helmet away, say you can't play, because these players are going to want to play.
They're going to refuse.
But that's what's supposed to happen. That's the protocol. I mean, I don't understand why he went back in the game before. Whatever game that was.
Yeah.
I forget what that game. But I don't think he should have went back in that game. And then, to put worse over worse, he gets knocked out again, and that was really scary. I don't know if anybody's seen that. That was pretty scary how he was down there like that.
The fingers lock up like they did, and just a tough scene there the other night. And I don't know, have they said anything about the long-term diagnosis this year for Tua? Is he supposed to What's his situation?
Only thing I've seen is that he's ruled out for this Sunday, which is, no crap.
I mean, I hear people saying he needs to retire, and I don't know about that. I mean, he might be going a little far talking about the kid. The kid is only 20-something years old. I don't know about if he needs to retire or not. Maybe he needs to take a couple games off, but, he's a football player, and he just got to be careful and get rid of the ball before you get thrown down like that.
All right, Tony wanted to play this from Monday night. It was not a streaker; it was a fan on the field. And Kevin Harlan has called so many of these. They seem to always happen when either Kevin Harlan's calling the game or either Monday Night Football when he's calling the game.
He did it for a cat that was on the field.
Yeah,
one time. And now he's doing it for a streaker.
Well, not in this case, but he's done for a streaker before. This guy had clothes on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Shirley, let's hear that call from Monday night, Kevin Harlan.
And here comes a stoppage in play because someone has run on the field with a smoke bomb that is pink, and he's running up the sideline. Now a couple of Rams come over there and make the tackle. Head first into the player who has taken the field, and he's in a cloud of pink smoke so you can't see him, and now on him are a couple of security guards.
Kevin, I think this is becoming a thing. We got the pink smoke coming again. This is one of those gender reveals. Somebody at home's having a girl.
Now, well, I thought maybe that the last one we saw was for some animal rights or something like that.
Oh, yeah? I don't know. I just think, hey, you think about the way to reveal that you're having a girl. I'm going to run out on the field at the 49er game and get arrested just so I can let my honey at home know we're having a girl.
That guy is headed to the slammer.
What a call.
Heading to the slammer.
And boy, great analysis on that as well. I knew this was going to happen, Tony. I knew this was going to happen. Story on ESPN.com. The fan who ran onto the field during the Los Angeles Rams loss has filed a police report against Bobby Wagner. Tack McKinley came towards the person, and then Bobby Wagner flattened him on the field. And this moron is suing Bobby Wagner. Filed a police report against Bobby Wagner for, I guess, assault, aggravated assault.
He won't get a penny.
Who in the world is on this guy's side? This guy is from the California-based Berkeley, California Animal Rights Group, Direct Action Everywhere. He's raising awareness for a trial involving the alleged theft of pigs from a factory farm.
What?
So, okay, he got his message across.
Oh, he did. But now here's the question. How did they let him into the stadium with that kind of stuff? How did he pass any kind of... How did he breach any kind of security with... I mean, he had smoke bombs?
Yeah. I mean, we've gone into ECU games this year. Did they pat us down or anything?
No.
No, but this is an NFL football game we're talking about.
They're not going to pat you down at NFL football games either. I don't think.
They might run a metal detector that's not working on you and just say, yep, you're good. Go ahead. I don't know. Maybe, hey, look, maybe that raises awareness for security.
Yeah.
We need more security in these games. This guy is not going to have many people on his side. It's like the meme on social media. Eric Andre shoots the guy and then turns around and says, "Why did you make me do that?" or "Why did you do that?" Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Why did Bobby Wagner do that? Why are you there? Why are you on the field? So this is a F around and find out situation.
F around and find out, and he found out.
He F'd around first, and then he found out.
But Bobby Wagner, and I think he explained it perfectly. How am I supposed to know what this guy has? How am I supposed to know what his plans are? If he's going to hurt somebody or hurt me or whatever, I think he got what he deserved, and that was just getting knocked to his ass.
He should have hit him harder.
Bobby Wagner had a good quote. Said, "I'm more concerned about the security guard that was hurt trying to chase him." So that was a good.
There was a security guard that blew out his knee.
Sorry to laugh.
Did he really blow up?
He just falls to the ground.
He got sniped. And Wagner said another good line: "There's consequences for your actions."
Yep.
Well,
right.
and there's.
And it's like you said, Tony. I think Bobby Wagner. I think that was a nice hit from Bobby Wagner. I think it could have been a lot worse.
It was a perfect hit.
I think it could have been a lot worse. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about Bobby Wagner, all-pro linebacker.
I mean, he actually laid up. He took a little bit off. I mean,
no doubt.
He could have really drilled him if he wanted to.
Yeah. So this guy, man, he is not going. I hope this goes to jury, and I hope
are you thinking it'll get that far?
No, just so everybody can say, "Hey, moron, no, get out of here." I want this guy to be publicly shamed now for filing a police report. What an idiot! And yeah, man,
I wonder who his lawyer is.
Somebody's going to take it, and my client was out there, and
lawyer.
Bobby Wagner is not part of security. He should not have come across and hit my client. And
he's going to plead insanity.
Yeah, maybe that'll work.
I was insane for 15 minutes.
A momentary insanity plea.
But the guy goes in there to his lawyer and says, "Hey, can you help me out with this?" And the lawyer had to go, "What?"
I don't think that they can use the insanity plea, and here's the reason why. Because prior to them getting onto the field, there were two of them. It was a male and a female. The female was apprehended as she was jumping down onto the field. They caught her immediately.
Oh, okay.
But the guy managed to get out onto the field. But according to an article that I read about this particular story, the two of them put on social media that they had planned to be cited for doing this. So you can't use an insanity plea if you've already planned to do this.
Yeah.
And you let everybody know you were going to do this.
Mike P. asked, well, why would you run to the sidelines toward the players where all the players are?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I think he was disoriented by the smoke. Because, I mean, it was a pretty significant amount of smoke that was coming out of that canister. He may have confused himself running to the sideline.
It was Xavier Smith.
Xavier Smith said Monday. Oh, that's another story I want to bring up with Tony. So, did you see DK Metcalf being carted off on Sunday?
Because he had to go to the bathroom?
He had to go to potty. That ever happened to you, Tony?
No.
Okay.
No.
And Xavier Smith, we were asking all the players, and he said he has puked before during a game, but it was not like nerves or something he ate or anything. He said it was the smoke he inhaled coming onto the field when they're playing Purple Haze.
He said whoever was in front of me was going so slow that he got caught up in so much smoke. So he was just sitting there just basking it in. And by the time he ran to the end zone to, I guess, pray or whatever, he had got so sick that he threw up. So,
yeah.
Happens to the best of us, I guess.
So you've never been caught during a game
had to pee or anything?
Shouldn't have had that burrito before the game.
No, no.
What was your pregame? What'd you eat?
I got to tell you this, though, and I'm going to tell him because, he doesn't know. He's a good friend of Mark Van Egan. Remember Mark Van Egan? He was a fullback.
I don't know that name.
Yeah, he played for the Patriots. And his number was 34, my number was 33, so our lockers are right next to each other. Every game, every single game, he gets a towel and he sits in his locker and he spits in the towel and sometimes he throws up in the towel. Every single game.
Why?
I have no idea.
Why? Yeah, you don't know the answer to this. But wouldn't it make more sense to have like a trash? Like, why a towel?
He starts spitting first. Then he starts spitting, and he spits, and sometimes he doesn't throw up every time, but sometimes he does throw up. But I don't know what it is.
And did y'all just
my locker is right by it, so
man.
I'm like, come on, man.
You're by this maniac. Did you? And y'all just kind of left it alone.
Yeah, I mean, after a while, we just kind of got used to it.
That's him. So yeah, just gonna leave that alone.
Crazy.
All right. What did you eat on game days, Tony?
Steak and eggs mostly in the morning. Because if you have a 1 o'clock game, you're going to get breakfast. So I was steaks and scrambled eggs.
How about during halftime? Some of the players said today they eat fruit snacks, some kind of protein bar maybe. Did you eat or?
I wouldn't eat anything at halftime.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I know Gatorade has these gummies or whatever. Like energy gummies that these players probably can pick up on their way into halftime, and they probably eat. It's nothing big, but
how good of care did they take of you at the NFL level back when you played, Tony, as far as nutrition and things like that? Was it pretty
nutrition back in the 80s was not a big thing like it is now. It wasn't big at all because we ate what we want. We had hamburgers and steak and whatever, lobster. I mean, it wasn't. nothing like it is now. We didn't know nothing about nutrition, man, back when I was.
Was a protein shake a thing back then? Like,
hell no. Protein what?
You mean a cold beer? Yeah. I'll tell you what. Hey, you want some of the Gatorade cooler? No, the beer cooler at practice. Hit that one up. The keg.
I remember going to the Pro Bowl and Jack Lambert is smoking a cigarette in the locker room.
I was about to say, did they have ashtrays in the locker room for you guys? So there is that classic photo of Lynn Dawson smoking a cigarette for the Chiefs back in the day. Different times for sure. All right, let's make somebody a winner, Shirley Rhodes, and open up the booty bag.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, what are we giving away today?
Lunch for two at Tiebreakers.
All right, 317-1250. A lot of good food options there.
Absolutely. I want to give a little tip for the breaker. 4 cheese, grilled cheese. Add fried or grilled chicken, and then add whatever sauce you want to that chicken.
Grilled cheese?
So you basically
go to a restaurant for a grilled cheese?
Not just a grilled cheese, Tony.
He's a grown man child, Tony.
A four cheese grilled cheese. You add grilled or fried chicken, and then I add buffalo sauce to it, and it's delicious.
So it's not like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Not like a regular, like your mom and pops.
Okay.
This is a Tiebreakers grilled cheese, baby. This is a 4 cheese grilled cheese, baby. And then you can add chicken to it.
I got you.
Baby.
Baby.
You hear him, baby?
You hear me, baby?
I hear you, baby.
All right, what call are you looking for, Charlotte?
6.
All right, caller 6, 317-1250. Back with more after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, how's inventory going?
Inventory levels are increasing. For the first time in over 45 days, we have Mazdas in stock, Buick in stock, Cadillac in stock, and GMC in stock. I highly encourage the customer to go to gmc.com, build and price their vehicle, share that with Brown & Wood, and let us place your order. We need some price protection for these customers, and you got to place an order to have that.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville, and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Fall isn't just for football, it's a great time for something new to wear as well. And Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington has everything you need for game day as well as any other day for men and women. Whether it's dress, casual, or even a formal occasion, Russell's has you covered. Russell's has served Eastern North Carolina and beyond for 39 years with quality clothing and personal service. We are proud supporters of ECU athletics and invite the Pirate Nation to shop Russell's in downtown Washington, the home of Russell's Clothing.
Go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. A familiar face is back on the Hornets sideline. Some thoughts next. Just like Pepsi, Keziah Everett from Farmville, born in Eastern Carolina.
Football season is upon us, and those of us that live in Eastern North Carolina know what a special time of year it is. This is Landon Minges with Minges Bottling Group. I'm the 4th generation of my family to have the honor of distributing Pepsi-Cola products to my neighbors in Eastern North Carolina. For over 75 years, my family has taken pride in this great responsibility, and we are proud to have remained locally owned and operated for over 7 decades. When you purchase a Pepsi in Eastern North Carolina, you are supporting your community and keeping those dollars right here in your own backyard. Support local, drink Pepsi. Go Pirates.
Another NBA season is here, and Steve Clifford is back as the Charlotte Hornets head coach. Yes, the same Steve Clifford who coached the Hornets 2013 to 2018, and the same Steve Clifford who was an assistant at ECU for 1 year in 1999 with Bill Harriott. Clifford left Greenville to take an assistant's job with the New York Knicks. He was also the head coach of the Orlando Magic for 3 years. His overall head coaching record in the NBA is 292 wins and 345 losses. Now 61 years old, Clifford is a basketball lifer, a gym rat who grew up in Maine and played for his father in high school. Clifford takes over for James Borrego, who was fired last year after a 43-39 record. The Hornets have some good pieces led by guard LaMelo Ball, and also former NC State standout Dennis Smith is on the Charlotte roster. Good luck to Steve Clifford, a good guy, tenure number 2 in Charlotte. Come on back again next time and we'll visit inside the booth.
Hey Pirate Nation, Shimmer Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials. This is Holt Nailers, and if you need a Yeti cooler, apparel, shoes, or accessories for the season, Shimmer has you covered. Shimmer Boutique is also the exclusive retailer in Greenville carrying the largest selection of built and broken gear for adults and youth. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville across from Lowe's. Go Pirates!
This is CJ Mayhew, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back to the show. Congratulations to Mike Peniel of Apex, as he won lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fork and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Tony Collins joining us. And Tony, when you are a high-profile athlete or anybody that has celebrity status, people for some reason are interested in your personal life, and reports came out earlier this week that Tom Brady and Giselle had hired divorce attorneys.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Tony Collins?
Hey,
let's do some TMZ here. What
I
do you
don't
think?
know, man. You never know what's going on at home, so I don't know.
Tom Brady met with the media today, said he feels great and will play Sunday as far as his shoulder goes. So I don't think he answered any off-the-field questions today. He's been very private, I'd say, which he should be, and everyone should be, about their personal life.
Yeah, that's kind of personal. If you're gonna talk football, let's talk football. But you don't want to get into somebody's
why do people care
stuff like that? Yeah. I don't think he's gonna. Whatever happens, they both got. She's making more money than him. He might have to get alimony from her.
Yeah, he might come out good on the deal. Get paid.
Who
even
knows,
more.
man?
And I saw somebody say Tom Brady, if he's single, is going to play till he's like 68. But he's already got a fallback plan that's going to pay him more than his football salary, right?
Like Fox or something, right? Yeah.
I think it's Fox.
Yeah.
Just roll right into that, and he'll be perfectly fine. So NFL this week, Chandler, Panthers, Niners. We talked about Russell Wilson looking the worst he's looked in his NFL career. Baker Mayfield has looked the worst he's ever looked in his football career.
So at AJ's last night, I had some. I think I got one or two other guys that are Panthers fans, and they brought up, what about the Panthers? And I said, man, I might get emotional talking about it because I have always looked forward to Panther football on Sundays. Even the past couple of years when the Panthers have struggled, I have literally woke up every single day of the week thinking, man, I'm one day closer to enjoying football, but more importantly, Panthers football. And I'm sad to say, guys, I don't have that same feeling anymore.
Welcome to the club.
I don't have that same feeling for the first time. And this is my 11th, 12th year of watching and investing my time and emotions in Panther football, I don't have that same feeling anymore.
Yeah.
I don't care about Panther. I'm going to watch
Come
it.
on, man.
But
You got to be a true fan now. If you're a true fan, just like with me right now, man, we're going through hell right now. I'm used to going to Super Bowls and winning and winning and winning. And now
I'm not.
Well, you guys never been to a Super Bowl. Well, you have been to a Super Bowl before. So, I mean, you guys have won before, so you just got to stick with it. One thing I've learned as a player and as a fan, it's frustrating being a fan.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you for understanding where we come from.
It can get frustrating being a fan.
It's way harder being a fan than a player, Tony.
It sure is. But you just got to stick with it, man.
Yeah.
You just got to stick with it.
I got mad earlier this week because, and I like Jonathan Allen. He's a great player, defensive lineman for Washington. But he said a phrase that has been said by 2 other Washington players in the last 3 years. He said, keep that same energy, fans. Don't come back when we turn this around. If you have to say that 3 times in 4 years, it's not the fans' fault. There's something wrong with the damn team. So, again, nothing personal to Jonathan Allen, but that is a stupid phrase. I'm sick of it. Stop saying it.
Yeah.
It makes you look dumb. Keep that same energy. The same energy has been had for Washington fans since Tony Collins was in the NFL, just about. Since the early 90s. So, I mean, come on, man. But Tony said it. It's frustrating being a fan. We can't do nothing about it.
Matt on Facebook said, if you can get through Mo, you can get through this. And that, you know what? That makes me feel better because I went through Mo when I was in school here. I grew up going to East Carolina football games and would not want to miss kickoff. When I was in school, I didn't even care about going to the games because I knew East Carolina was going to get their ass whipped. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
You go from being a kid and being so passionate about ECU football to not even caring about going to the game because of the way things were ran. But I had hope that one day that guy would not be here anymore. There will be somebody that came in and restructured this thing and put this thing in the right path. And I guess that's how I'm going to have to feel about the Panthers. I'm going to have to hope that Matt Rule hopefully goes back to college and succeeds somewhere. There's plenty of options for him to go somewhere. And the Panthers get somebody who can restructure the culture and can restructure the path to a more successful, pathway.
So, do you think Bakerfield is the quarterback?
Baker Mayfield will not be the quarterback for the Panthers next year.
Okay.
I think they should have a different quarterback every year for the rest of your life, Chandler. Because since Cam's been gone, they have tried, Teddy, Sam, Baker.
Teddy, Kyle Allen, Will Greer.
I'm saying to start the season, but yeah, there's been even more.
Oh, yeah. There's been a lot of starting quarterbacks since Cam's left.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When you don't have that guy, and Tony hadn't experienced this with the Patriots until recently, and CJ didn't experience it until recently without Big Ben, it's bad when you have to play quarterback roulette every year, and you got people like Tony Collins saying, who's your quarterback? Because you don't have a guy.
And for 7 or 8 years, I didn't experience that.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird when Derek Anderson started a game for the Carolina Panthers. I was like, where's Cam at? This is weird. Who's Derek Anderson? Which I knew who Derek Anderson was, but it was weird to see somebody else other than Cam Newton start for the Carolina Panthers. And in the past 3 years, I've seen around 10 quarterbacks start for my team.
Yeah. Not good.
And this quarterback roulette is not fun. Losing is not fun.
There's a few things that you need in the NFL to win. You need a quarterback. You got to have a quarterback. You got to have a go-to receiver. You got to have a good defense, and you got to have a running game. When you get those 4 things, man, then you can win some games. But without those things, it's going to be rough.
I was going to say, and you could be describing the Patriots here. They had a go-to receiver with Randy Moss one year. I guess even when they didn't have the stars, Brady always had a go-to, whether it be Welker or Amendola or Edelman.
He always had a good tight end.
Gronk. Yeah. So he always had a guy he could go to. Tony, how do you feel about conspiracies, witchcraft? How do you feel about that stuff?
I don't really believe in witchcraft.
Mike P says, there's a conspiracy that Giselle is a witch, and she cast an anti-aging spell on Tom when they were together, and now they've split up, and that's why he's looking older this year. He's got 2 years left max.
And Mike P,
he's got 2 years left max. This should be his last year. Are you kidding me?
And that's not Mike P's conspiracy. That's actually a conspiracy that's going around social media right now.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow. That's the first I've heard of it.
I heard Big Dog talking about it yesterday.
Tom Brady does look weird. He's doing something that we're not doing.
The face looks like it's sinking in. His cheekbones are very pointy. It looks like his cheeks are like hollow.
So y'all think she's put a spell on
I think there's a
spell that she had that was anti-age spell. Now she's gone. She's mad at him. Hey, let's get a divorce. And by the way, I'm taking the potion away. I'm taking the anti-potion away. Anti-age potion.
And that's why he can never win in New Orleans, because
you're getting old.
The voodoo people in New Orleans hit a spell on him when he goes down there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to believe this. All right, let's get our last break in. We'll come back. We'll get Tony's prediction for East Carolina and Tulane and wrap it up here on a Thursday. We're back with you after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Where can you go where the beer is cold and friendship is forever? Pabst is the place that's in our hearts where we can be together.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. This is the place.
Hey, Pirate fans, get stocked up for tailgating season with PBR at your favorite retailer. Look for the QR code on the PBR display and register for a chance to win a pizza oven. Game day or any day, all Pirates prefer PBR.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers, and when it comes to getting your family together, there's no better place than Familia, which is Italian for family. Familia is the place I like to bring my football family, especially my offensive linemen. Whether it's great New York style pizzas, homemade meatballs, lasagna, chicken parmesan, or delicious homemade desserts, Familia is a winning play every time. For dine-in or takeout, make Familia your go-to play when you have a hungry team. Familia on Fire Tower Road near Pitt Community College. Go Pirates!
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Scott Graham from Westwood One inviting you to join us for Thursday night primetime from Denver when Russell Wilson and the Broncos host the Colts. Matt Ryan in Indianapolis looked to bounce back from a loss to the Titans last week, and Denver's coming off a loss at the Raiders, but hopes to build on their 2-0 record at home. Spiro Ditas and Ryan Harris will call the action on Thursday Night Football.
Right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
I had a nighttime routine for my frequent heartburn. I would drink milk, I would sleep upright with more pillows, but that painful burning stayed. So I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine. With just one pill in the morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn day and night. Now I have a new nighttime routine. I call it sleeping.
One pill, 24 hours, zero heartburn. With Prilosec OTC. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
This is Xavier Smith, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Let's take a quick look at your stock market as it was another rough day for the Dow. It was down 346 and closed at 29,996. The NASDAQ was down 75 points at 11,073, and the S&P was down 38 points, closed out the day at 3,744. And that is a look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now, here's Clip.
All right. We're breaking down Tom Brady's marriage here during the break. Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer, Chandler, we'll see you folks tomorrow. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
3 o'clock, Pirate Radio Live. Tony, we'll talk to you next week. What is your prediction for East Carolina, Tulane?
I predict that we will win. We will play very well on Saturday.
Yes.
Play calling will be great. Special teams will be great. And we're going to roll. We're going to roll. We're going to roll. It's going to be 35-20.
Pirates.
I like it.
35-20. Pirates win.
I like it. Tony, enjoyed it, man.
Yes,
Have
sir.
a good weekend. We'll talk to you next week. And we'll see you folks tomorrow, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the